we present Kim Peacock and Marjorie Westbury in the new Francis Durbridge serial, Paul Temple and the Vandyke Affair.
Oh, Paul, stop that awful noise.
What do you mean, awful noise? It's out of known and a nest.
A little before my time, dear.
Oh, yeah?
Paul, I've been thinking about this Desmond case.
Listen, please. I don't want to talk about the Desmond case. I've been talking about it all day, and I want to rest.
Well, why don't you read a book or have a bath or something?
A bath? Why on earth should I want to have a bath? You know, that's not a bad idea.
I quite agree.
Charlie? Yes, Mr. Temple? Just a minute, please. Yes, sir. Charlie, I'm going to have a bath.
A bath, sir?
Yes, a bath. Run the water, make sure it's hot.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and I like the bath salts. The expensive ones. The ones you like, Charlie.
Oh, very good, sir.
The bath towels are in the airing cupboard, Paul. Oh, and don't sing. Remember, the neighbors don't like you.
Do you like opera, Charlie?
Oh, yes, sir.
Good, because I'm going to sing the complete score of Aida.
The Nile scene, I presume.
You'll be enchanted, Charlie.
Well, I hope so, sir. At the front door. Excuse me, all.
It's all right. I'll answer it. You run the water, Charlie.
Okay, Mrs. T.
Oh, hello, Sir Graham.
Hello, Steve, my dear. Is that husband of yours in?
Yes. As a matter of fact, he's just going to have a bath. Come along in, Sir Graham.
Thank you. I think you've met Inspector Eden, haven't you?
Yes, of course. How are you, Inspector?
I'm very well, thank you.
I'll just call you. Oh, here he is.
It's a funny thing, but whenever I decide to take a bath, our so-called hot water system... Oh, Sir Graham.
Hello, Temple. Sorry if we got you out of your bath.
You arrived just in time. 5 minutes later, I should have been a human icicle.
I'm glad we did.
You look happy, Eden. What's on your mind?
We're very worried about the Desmond case, Temple.
Yes, I'll bet you are.
I've never known such a case. Even the American papers are full of it.
Don't know about the American papers. I know Steve's been full of it. She won't talk about anything else.
Temple, I understand you've seen Mrs. Desmond.
Yes, she phoned me shortly after the baby disappeared. She's been phoning and writing ever since. Look, Sir Graham, I'm interested in this case, but I'd like to hear your side of the story.
Very well. Go on, Eden.
Just let me have the facts. Assume I know nothing whatever about it, Inspector.
Right. Well, a young widow called Desmond, Mrs. Mary Desmond, has a flat in Winchester House. That's a large block of flats on the Edgware Road.
Yes, I know it.
One evening, a week last Tuesday to be exact, Mrs. Desmond had a dinner date in town. She'd been invited out to dinner by a young fellow called Terry Palmer.
Palmer's an old friend. They go out together quite a lot.
Mrs. Desmond has an 18-month-old baby, and since the death of her husband, just over 2 years ago, both she and the baby, Susan, have lived at Winchester House. When she has a date in town or wants to pop down to the local cinema, she employs a sitter-in.
It's always the same sitter-in. Miss Millicent, an elderly spinster.
She's been acting as a sitter-in for Mrs. Desmond for almost a year.
Almost a year? Really?
Yes. Well, last Tuesday week, the old girl agreed to sit in as usual. She turned up at the flat at about 6:30, and Mrs. Desmond met Terry Palmer at the Commodore Club in Brook Street, just after 7:15.
Go on.
Well, I think you carry on from here, Sir Graham.
They stayed at the Commodore until about 10:45. When Mrs. Desmond arrived back at the flat, just after 11:15, there was no sign of Miss Millicent or the baby.
They had completely disappeared.
I see.
Well, those are the facts. Now, tell us how you fit into the picture, Temple.
I'm afraid I don't, Inspector, at least not officially. I've had several letters from Mrs. Desmond, and this morning Terry Palmer phoned me. He seemed very anxious I should talk to her.
And did you?
Yes. Steve and I drove down to Winchester House after breakfast. When we arrived at the flat, Terry Palmer was there. He was rather a different sort of person from what I'd expected.
Mr. Temple?
Yes?
Oh, do come in.
Oh, this is my wife.
Oh, how do you do, Mrs. Temple?
How do you do?
It's good of you both to come. I must apologize for phoning.
Who is it, Terry?
It's Mr. and Mrs. Temple, Mary.
Oh,
You seem surprised, Mrs. Desmond. Weren't you expecting us?
you said in your letter that you were too busy to see me, so I thought you would...
That was over a week ago, Mary. I spoke to Mr. Temple this morning. Again, he's changed his mind.
Only to the extent of having a talk with you. I doubt very much if there's anything I can do.
Then why did you come?
Well, Mr. Palmer said you were desperate and that you wanted to see me.
Well, I've seen you, and I'm quite sure you're right. There's nothing you can do for me. Will you please go?
Mary, please. For heaven's sake.
Is this a photograph of your little girl?
Yes, that's Susan.
Oh, she's awfully pretty, isn't she? How old is she?
She's just 18 months.
Is she walking?
Yes, she started to walk when she was 12 months.
Oh.
She's rather advanced for her age.
I suppose you don't happen to have a photograph of Miss Millicent?
No, but the police have. I believe they got it from Miss Edwards.
Who's Miss Edwards?
That's Queenie Edwards. She lives with Miss Millicent.
Where?
Miss Millicent has a small house on the Finchley Road.
And you say this Queenie Edwards lives with her?
Yes. She's a sort of paying guest. I believe they've been together for years.
I see. Mrs. Desmond, I'm quite willing to do anything which might help the police find your baby. But if you're
The
going
police! They'll never find Susan. All they do is ask a lot of stupid questions.
My dear, you've got to have patience.
It isn't a question of patience. I don't know how you can be so calm about things, Teddy. It's over a week since Susan disappeared.
Mary, please.
Now, let's see if I've got the facts right, Mrs. Desmond. On Tuesday of last week, you and Mr. Palmer had dinner at the Commodore Club. You arrived there at about
7:30.
And you got back to the flat at
11:15.
What happened then?
Well, I rang the bell and there was no reply. So I came to the conclusion that Miss Millicent had fallen asleep. She did that once before, didn't she, Teddy?
Yes. Yes, she did.
Go on.
Well, when I realized that she wouldn't answer the door, I let myself in. The flat looked perfectly all right. The radio was playing and the curtains were drawn. It all looked perfectly normal. And then, of course, I found the flat was empty.
What did you do when you found that Miss Millicent and the baby were missing?
I phoned Miss Edwards to see if Miss Millicent had returned home. Of course she hadn't.
Was Miss Edwards surprised when you told her what had happened?
Yes, of course, very surprised. She seemed awfully upset, I thought.
Go on.
Well, there's nothing else to tell. No one had seen Miss Millicent or Susan. No one in the block, I mean. I made Teddy telephone for the police.
Mrs. Desmond, you said just now that when you went to the flat, the radio was playing.
Yes.
Can you remember what it was playing?
Well, it was dance music. Just what, I'm afraid I can't remember.
I see.
You haven't told Mr. Temple about the telephone message, Mary.
Oh, yes. Miss Millicent had rather a bad memory. So if anyone rang up, I used to make her jot the message down on a pad. It really didn't matter then if she forgot to tell me about it.
Was there a message then, on this particular night?
Yes, it was scribbled on the pad by the telephone. I can't just remember how it was worded.
The message, which was in Miss Millicent's handwriting, said, Mr. Vandyke telephoned. He left no message.
Mr. Vandyke?
Yes. And the funny thing is, Mary doesn't know anyone called Vandyke. Neither do I, if it comes to that.
Mrs. Desmond, I read something in one of the papers about a doll.
Oh, yes. Susan had a little Dutch doll in a blue dress. Terry bought it for her. The doll isn't in the flat. She must have taken it with her.
There's nothing else missing?
No, nothing.
When did you first meet Miss Millicent?
About a year ago. I advertised for a sitter-in the local paper, and Miss Millicent answered the advertisement. Oh, no, Mr. Temple, if anything's happened to Susan, I'm quite sure Miss Millicent hasn't had anything to do with it. She's a terribly nice person, isn't she, Teddy?
Extremely nice. And she's awfully fond of Susan. Awfully.
How well do you know this friend of hers, Queenie Edwards?
Oh, hardly at all. Miss Millicent brought her to the flat one night about 6 months ago. I suppose I've spoken to her about half a dozen times on the telephone.
Is she about the same age as Miss Millicent?
Oh, no, she's about 30.
Oh.
She works at Madame Flaubert's, the milliners in Mount Street.
I see. Well, thank you, Mrs. Desmond. Now, don't worry. And remember, the police may seem to be asking a lot of unnecessary questions, but in the long run, I can assure you it's for the best.
Yes, you told us about the phone call, Temple. Also about the doll. Doesn't seem to have got us anywhere.
Did you check the call, Inspector?
Yes, there was a call, all right. It went through the exchange at about 9 o'clock.
So Miss Millicent and presumably the baby must have been in the flat up till then.
Yes. You know, there's one point in Mrs. Desmond's story that struck me as being rather odd. Why did she ring the bell instead of simply letting herself into the flat?
Yes, that's quite a point. What do you make of this Vandyke business, Temple? Do you think Mrs. Desmond's telling the truth when she says she doesn't know anyone called Vandyke?
Yes, I think she is.
Perhaps Miss Millicent got the name wrong.
I don't think so, Steve. We've checked on all the people of a similar-sounding name who might have telephoned Mrs. Desmond.
What's your opinion of Palmer, Temple?
I'm not exactly impressed by him, Inspector.
I see what you mean.
I think Palmer's all right. Of course, he's in rather a difficult position, isn't he?
Why? Oh, is he, very friendly with Mrs. Desmond?
I don't know, Steve. It's difficult to say. He used to be a great friend of her husband's. The three of them went about a lot together.
What does he do?
He calls himself a freelance journalist.
What happened this morning, Temple, after you saw Mrs. Desmond?
I sent Steve along to Madame Flaubert's. I wanted her to take a good look at Queenie Edwards.
Did you take a good look at her, Steve?
Yes. We had quite an interesting conversation.
I bet you did.
What do you mean, Mr. Graham?
Go on, Steve. Tell us what happened.
Well, as soon as I walked into Madame Flaubert's, I spotted Queenie Edwards. Oh, I don't know how I was able to recognize her because I'd never seen her before, but intuitively, I knew that the tall, good-looking girl was Queenie Edwards. Good morning.
Good morning, madam.
You've got rather a nice little hat in the window. The one with a feather. Do you think I could try it on?
Yes, of course, madam. Excuse me a moment. I'll get it for you.
Thank you.
Are you being attended to, madame?
Yes, thank you.
Ah, good. I see Miss Edward is looking after me.
Is this the one?
Oh, yes. Yes, that's it. Oh, it's dark blue. I thought it was black.
No, madam. Dark blue. Won't you try it on?
Yes, thank you. That's it, yes. Oh, yes. I rather like it.
It suits you, madam.
I don't quite know about the feather. A bit long.
We could fit a smaller feather, but I think it would spoil it.
Yes. Yes, I think you're right. It is nice, isn't it? What a pity it's blue.
Did you particularly want black,
yes,
madam?
Yes, I did. Still. How much is it?
It's 18 guineas, madam.
Oh, yeah. That's rather a lot, isn't it?
It's a model, you see. I'm afraid most of our hats are models, madam.
Yes. All right. I'll take it.
Thank you, madam.
Here's my card. Would you send it to that address, please?
Yes, certainly. Mrs. Temple?
Yes.
Mrs. Paul Temple?
Yes, that's right. You're Queenie Edwards, aren't you?
Yes.
I was talking to a friend of yours this morning, or rather a friend of a friend. Mrs. Desmond.
I've only met Mrs. Desmond once.
She's terribly upset about her baby and Miss Millicent.
Yes, I know.
What do you think happened, Miss Edwards? Do you think...
I don't know what happened.
I see. When was the last time you saw Miss Millicent?
I saw her the night we went to Mrs. Desmond's. We had tea together. She was in quite good spirits. I'm sure she never dreamt that anything like this would happen.
What do you think has happened?
I've told you, I don't know. Would you like the hat in a box, madam, or shall I ask one of our assistants?
Miss Edwards.
Yes, madam.
My husband has promised Mrs. Desmond to find out what's happened to her baby and to your friend Miss Millicent. Now, I'm not suggesting that you know anything, but
what, Mrs. Temple?
Why do you resent being questioned? Do you realize...
I've been asked far too many questions. First the police, then the reporters, and now you come snooping around. You didn't want that hat. You only came in here because you wanted to pry or push your nose into things that don't concern you. Now go away. Leave me alone. For heaven's sake, leave me alone.
Miss Edwards, please, I'm so sorry. I don't want to upset you.
Is anything the matter, madame?
No, quite all right.
Queenie, what is it? What is the matter with you?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Madame Flaubert.
Really, Queenie. You will have to pull yourself together, my dear. It cannot go on like this, you know. Oh, I am so sorry, madame. She is a little overwrought. She has had a great deal of worry just lately.
Oh, that's quite all right. I understand perfectly.
Is there anything I can show you, madame?
No. If you don't mind, I would like to talk to Miss Edwards.
Oh, but of course, madame. I quite understand. I shall leave you with her.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I blew off steam like that.
That's all right. You wait until my husband hears what I paid for this hat. He'll blow the roof off. Queenie, you don't mind if I ask you one or two questions now, do you?
No, go on.
Did Miss Millicent work for anyone else besides Mrs. Desmond?
She didn't work at all. I mean, not properly.
No, I mean, did she act as a sitter-in for anyone else?
Oh, yes, one or two people.
Who, for instance?
Well, I just can't remember. Not offhand. Well, Mr. Shelly would know. Why don't you ask him?
Who's Mr. Shelly?
He runs a Mother's Help Bureau in Hampstead. I think he calls himself Shelly Services.
Oh, yes.
Well, you know the kind of thing. They provide sitters in and Mother's Help and arrange dinner parties.
And Miss Millicent worked for Shelly Services?
She was on their books. I think she did about 2 nights a week for them. But she didn't get Mrs. Desmond through Shelly. That was a private arrangement.
How well did you know Miss Millicent?
Oh, ever so well. We've been together for years. She was an old school friend of Mother's.
Oh, I see, yes. Queenie, have you ever heard of anyone called Vandyke?
Vandyke? No, not that I know of, but it is funny you should ask me that.
Hmm?
The police asked me the very same question. I told them I'd never heard of anyone called Vandyke, and I'm sure Miss Millicent hadn't either. Who is he, anyway?
He telephoned Mrs. Desmond the night your friend disappeared. Tell me, what is your opinion about all this, Queenie?
Oh, I don't know. I've thought about it. I've lain awake every night thinking about it, but I just don't know what could have happened to her. I just don't know, and that's the truth.
Well, you certainly got a great deal more out of Queenie Edwards than we did, Steve.
Yes, it was quite a while before she even told us about Shelly.
Did you see this fellow, Shelly?
We did.
Have you seen him, Temple?
Not yet.
What a character. Queenie Edwards was right. He runs a sort of mother's help agency. To look at him, you'd think he'd walk straight out of the chorus.
Oh, dear.
But he's got his head screwed on all right. I shouldn't be surprised if he isn't a pretty shrewd bird.
I'm quite sure he is.
Was he any help, Sir Graham?
Well, he gave us the names and addresses of 2 other people that have used Miss Millicent as a sitter-in. Unfortunately, they couldn't help us. I don't have to tell you why we're here, Temple. We shall need all the help we can get over this case. It's a pretty tough assignment.
Yes, and a pretty expensive one, too, by the look of things.
What do you mean, Temple?
18 guineas for a hat, by
With a long
Timothy.
feather. Penny for your thoughts? A penny for your thoughts? You've been gazing into space for the last 10 minutes.
I was just thinking about Terry Palmer.
Oh.
He's either a very good freelance journalist or... Yes, what is it, Charlie?
If you want a bath, the water's okay now, sir.
Well, it wasn't okay half an hour ago when Sir Graham was here.
It's all right now. I've bottled it up.
Yes, all right, Charlie.
Gosh, I'm tired. I don't know to have a bath or not.
It's all right. I'll answer it. Hello?
Hello? Who is that, please?
This is Mrs. Temple speaking.
Oh, this is Queenie. Queenie Edwards. Do you remember me? We met this morning, Madame Flaubert's.
Yes, of course, I remember you. What is it, Queenie?
I want to talk to your husband. Is he there, Mrs. Temple?
Yes, just a minute. It's Queenie Edwards. She wants to talk to you. She sounds a bit on edge.
I'll take it on the bedroom extension. You hold on, Steve.
Just a minute, please. My husband's just coming.
Thank you. He won't be very long, will he, Mrs.
No, of course not. Is anything wrong?
I've got to see your husband, Mrs. Temple. It's terribly important.
Hello?
Oh, is that you, Mr. Temple?
Yes? What can I do for you, Miss Edwards?
Well, I've got to see you. It's important. I've got to see you tonight.
Well, what is it you want to see me about?
About Miss Millicent. Oh, listen, there's something I've got to tell you. Please believe me, Mr. Temple. It's terribly important.
All right, I'll see you. You've got my address?
No. I don't want to come to the flat. Well, not tonight. I don't think that will be wise. Could you meet me somewhere?
Yes. Where would you suggest?
Well, I'm at Marlow. I'm catching the 9:28. Could you meet me at Paddington?
Yes, all right.
The train gets in at 10:45. I think it's platform 6.
All right, Miss Edwards. Now, don't worry. We'll be there.
Oh, thank you. Oh, in case I don't see you, Mr. Temple, I've posted you a letter.
What do you mean you've posted me? Miss Edwards? Hello? Hello?
He's rung off for.
Yes.
Did you hear what she said, Steve?
Yes.
Well, what did you make of it?
I don't know. I wonder what she's doing out at Marlow.
Marlow, that's on the Thames, isn't it, near Maidenhead?
Yes.
Paddington, 10:45. I'm going down to get the car, Steve.
I don't see any sign of Queenie Edwards. Are you sure this is the Marlow train?
Yes, quite sure.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that her over there?
What?
Oh, no. No, it isn't.
It doesn't look to me as if she's on the train, Steve.
No, I'm afraid it doesn't. Look, you stay here. I'm going further down.
No, wait a moment.
What is it?
What's that crowd doing over there?
Where?
At the end of the platform.
I'll go and have a look. After all, I know her. You better stay here, dear, in case I miss her.
Steve, what's the matter?
She was on the train.
Only what? Steve, what's happened?
She's been beaten up, Paul. Someone must have gone into her compartment. Her face was in a dreadful state. She looked awful. Thank heaven she was unconscious. They're taking her to the hospital now. There's nothing we can do, is there?
No.
Will you take me back to the flat?
Yes. All right, dear. I wonder if we shall get that letter tomorrow morning.
Really, Paul, haven't you finished shaving yet?
Mary, has the post arrived?
Not yet. She'll be here any minute now. Breakfast is ready.
All right, just coming. Oh, it's all right, Steve. I'll answer it.
Hello?
Hello, is that you, Temple?
Yes, speaking.
This is Eden.
Oh, good morning, Inspector.
Temple, listen. I thought you'd like to know about that girl, Queenie Edwards.
What's happened?
She's dead. She died at 4 o'clock this morning.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Did you see her, Inspector?
Yes, I was at the hospital when it happened.
Did she talk?
No, unfortunately, the poor girl never regained consciousness.
Oh, I see.
I understand you were at Paddington last night.
Yes, I had a phone call from Queenie Edwards asking me to meet her there. I'll tell you about that later.
Yes, all right. Well, I thought I'd let you know, Temple.
Yes, thanks for ringing.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Inspector.
What's happened, Paul? Is it Queenie Edwards?
Yes,
She isn't dead.
I'm afraid so.
Oh, Paul. Oh, what a dreadful thing. Poor girl.
Now, Steve, don't upset yourself. What is it, Charlie?
It's the post, sir.
Oh, thanks.
There's rather a lot this morning, sir.
Has the letter arrived?
I don't see an envelope with the Marlow postmark unless there's a... Ah, yes, it is.
Isn't there a letter inside?
No. No, there's just this ticket.
What is it? What's it for?
It's a cloakroom ticket. Commodore Club, number 94.
But why should Queenie Edwards send you a cloakroom ticket?
Well, must be a coat or something at the Commodore she wants me to collect. We'll go there tonight, dear. Instead of going this morning, we'd only arouse suspicion. Well, come along. We'd better have our breakfast.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. This is the Commodore Club.
It is, sir.
You seem very quiet tonight.
Yes, it's a bit on the quiet side. Probably liven up later.
Now, where on earth did I put that ticket?
Always a game with these here tickets, isn't it, sir?
Yes, it is. Oh, here we are.
Oh, thank you, sir. What is this for, sir? An overcoat?
I think it's from...
Just a minute. Number 94. Oh, it's an attaché case, isn't it? The one that was left here a couple of days ago.
Yes, it belongs to a friend of mine. He asked me to pick it up for him.
Oh, I wondered when he was going to collect it. 94. Yes, this is it all right. Here we are, sir. One attaché case.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, this friend of mine, Mr. Oh, dear, my memory.
Mr. Palmer, wasn't it, sir?
Yes, of course, Palmer. He didn't leave anything else, did he?
No, sir. It'd have been marked on the ticket if he'd left anything else, sir.
Oh, yes, of course, I see. Well, good night.
Good night, sir. Thank you, sir.
Everything all right?
Yes.
Did you get the... Oh, the attaché case. That's what the ticket was for.
Yes. It was left at the cloakroom by Terry Palmer.
Palmer? How do you know?
The attendant told me. Apparently Palmer left it there 2 days ago. Switch the engine off, Steve. Let's see what's inside this thing.
Right. Is the case locked?
Yes.
Oh, Paul, wait a minute.
What are you doing? What are you listening for? Oh, it's all right. I've already done that. Don't worry, Steve. It won't blow up. I hope.
How are you going to get it open? Force it?
No, I've got some keys here somewhere. Yes, here they are. I think one of these might fit. This one looks a possibility. No, I'll fetch it. Just a minute. Yes, that's done it. Steve, look. Look what's in the case.
It's the doll. Paul, it's the little Dutch doll.
Is Charlie out?
Yes. Paul, what are you going to do about the doll, I mean?
I'm going to phone Sir Graham. I want it examined. I want to know if there's anything inside it. I'd like to tear the thing to pieces myself, but I suppose the Yard wouldn't like it.
It looks a perfectly ordinary doll to me.
Yes, it looks it. Why did Palmer put it in an attaché case and deposit it at the Commodore?
Well, if Palmer was responsible for the kidnapping of Miss Millicent and the baby, frankly, I don't see how he could have been. Then, obviously, he'd want to get rid of the doll.
Why?
Well, he probably thought it was incriminating.
And surely the obvious thing to do would be to destroy it.
Oh, yes. Doesn't make sense, does it?
I wonder if by any chance the cloakroom attendant...
Oh.
What is it, Steve?
There's a note here. On the pad by the telephone. Charlie must have written it.
Well, what does it say?
It says, a Mr. Vandyke telephoned.
Episode 2. The Marlow Incident.
If Palmer was responsible for the kidnapping of Miss Millicent and the baby, I don't see how he could have been. Then, obviously, he'd want to get rid of the doll.
Why?
Well, he probably thought it was incriminating.
And sure, the obvious thing to do would be to destroy it.
Oh, yes. Doesn't make sense, does it?
I wonder if by any chance the cloakroom attendant...
Oh.
What is it, Steve?
There's a note here on the pad by the telephone. Charlie must have written it.
Well, what does it say?
It says a Mr. Vandyke telephoned. He left no message.
Vandyke?
Wasn't that the man that phoned Mrs. Desmond the night Miss Millicent and the baby disappeared?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Let me have a look at that note, Steve.
It's Charlie's handwriting.
Yes. I wonder what time this man phoned.
So, we left the flat at about 1:30. It must have been after that. Oh, here's Charlie now.
Hello, Charlie. I thought you'd gone out for the evening.
Yeah, so did I. Beryl stood me up. Blimey, she's not getting temperamental these days.
Charlie, we've just seen this note. What time did this man phone?
Soon after you left. I suppose it'll be about 8:30.
You're sure you got the name right?
Well, of course I'm sure. Hello, what's this?
It's a doll.
That's what I thought it was.
Charlie, I'm very interested in this phone call. Now tell me, what happened exactly?
What do you mean?
Well, what did he say, this Mr. Vandyke?
He didn't say anything much. The phone rang, I picked it up, and the voice said, "Can I speak to Mr. Temple, please?" I said, "I'm sorry, but he's out. Any message?"
And then what happened?
The voice said, "No message. Just tell him a Mr. Vandyke telephoned."
And that was all?
That was all.
What did he sound like, this Mr. Vandyke?
Oh, well, quite a pleasant sort of chap.
Would you recognize his voice again?
Well, I don't know about that.
All right, Charlie, see who it is.
Very good, sir.
Good evening. Could we see Mr. Temple, please?
Well, I don't know.
Would you tell Mr. Temple that Mrs. Desmond and Mr. Palmer would like to welcome
Mrs. Desmond? I'll put the doll behind this cushion.
Yes, quick to see. Come in, Mrs. Desmond. Hello, Palmer.
Sorry to butt in like this.
I do hope we're not interrupting your dinner.
Oh, no, of course. We finished ages ago.
That's all right, Charlie.
Okay, Mr. T.
You look worried, Palmer. Has anything happened?
Haven't you seen the evening paper?
Queenie Edwards is dead. She's been murdered.
Yes, I knew about that.
Mr. Temple, does this mean that whoever murdered Queenie Edwards also murdered Miss Millicent?
No, Mary, no. Just because Queenie Edwards has been murdered, it doesn't necessarily mean that anything has happened to Susan or Miss Millicent. Mary, my dear, I know you've been through a great deal, but you've got to pull yourself together.
Mr. Palmer's right, Mrs. Desmond.
What do you think, Mr. Temple? Do you think Queenie Edwards was murdered
Mary's
because...
got it into her head that she was murdered because she knew why Miss Millicent and the baby were kidnapped.
Always assuming, of course, that Miss Millicent and the baby were kidnapped.
What do you mean?
What other explanation could there be?
Mrs. Desmond, let's take a look at the facts in this case. Now, just over a week ago, you and Mr. Palmer had dinner at the Commodore Club. You left your baby in the care of a sitter-in, Miss Millicent. When you returned to your flat, both the baby and the sitter-in had disappeared.
Yes, but we know...
Now, please, there was a note in Miss Millicent's handwriting saying that a Mr. Vandyke had phoned but had left no message. Neither you nor Mr. Palmer had heard of anyone called Vandyke.
Yes, that's right, but I don't...
Now, Miss Millicent had a house in Hampstead which she shared with Queenie Edwards. Last night, I had a call from Queenie Edwards From Marlow.
You had a call from...
Asking me to meet her at Paddington Station. She said she had a very important message for me about Miss Millicent, adding, as an afterthought, that if by any chance I missed her, she'd posted me a letter. Well, I did miss her, for the simple reason that on the train from Marlow she was beaten up and received injuries from which she died.
And the letter?
The letter turned out to be a cloakroom ticket.
A cloakroom ticket? What for?
For the gentleman's cloakroom of the Commodore. I took it along this evening, and in return for the ticket, they handed me an attaché case. Would you like to see what was in that case, Palmer?
Yes. Yes, of course I would.
Lift up that cushion, Steve.
Terry, look. It's the doll. It's Susan's doll.
The doll? But where on earth did you get it?
I told you. It was in the attaché case of the Commodore.
But who left it there?
Don't you know, Palmer?
What do you mean?
What the devil are you getting at?
Didn't you leave the doll there in this attaché case 2 days ago?
I most certainly did not. You crazy? Mary, you don't believe
No, of course not. Mr. Temple, what on earth gave you such an idea?
The cloakroom attendant told me that Mr. Palmer left the case a couple of days ago.
But that's nonsense.
Did you leave any case of the Commodore?
No, I didn't. I haven't been near the club, not since that night. That's the truth, isn't it, Mary?
Yes.
I see.
May I take the doll, please?
I'm afraid I shall have to hand it over to the inspector, Mrs. Desmond.
Oh, just for a moment, please.
All right.
You're sure it is the same doll?
Yes, it's the same doll, all right. Look, Terry.
Mary, darling, don't. Temple, what's behind all this? If what you've told us is true, then someone must have taken the doll from the child, put it in the case, and left it at the Commodore.
Yes.
But why? For heaven's sake, why?
I don't know why. Not yet, Palmer.
Paul, you haven't packed your slippers.
I shan't need them, darling.
Oh, yes, you will. And where's your dressing gown?
It's at the bottom of the case. Isn't Charlie going to answer that door?
He's out. He went out after breakfast.
Why didn't you say so, dear?
Hello, Sir Graham. You're an early bird.
Sorry if I got you out of bed, Temple.
Nonsense, we've been up for hours.
Another quarter of an hour and you'd have missed us.
Hello, Sir Graham. Had breakfast?
Yes, thank you, Steve.
Would you like some coffee?
No, thanks.
All right.
Hello, what's all this? You going away?
Only for the weekend. We're going down to Marlow.
Oh, that's not a bad idea, Temple.
That's what I thought.
Where are you staying? At the Wordsworth?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Eden's got one of his men down there. He'll probably look you up.
Good.
Well, we've checked the doll. It's a perfectly ordinary doll, nothing unusual about it at all.
What about the attaché case?
I'm afraid it doesn't tell us a great deal. There were 2 sets of prints. One was yours, the other Bert Walters, the cloakroom attendant.
Have you seen Walters?
Yes, we had him out of bed at 6:30 this morning. He's not a very reliable type, I'm afraid.
I'd expect he would be at 6:30.
He now says that he's not absolutely sure that it was Palmer that left the case. Do you think it was?
I don't know.
Well, if it was, how did Queenie Edwards get hold of the cloakroom ticket? That's what I'd like to know.
What's more to the point, why did she get hold of it? And why did she take the trouble to send it to me?
Well, I think the answer to that is pretty obvious, Temple. She wanted you to know that Palmer's mixed up in this business. That he's probably responsible for the kidnapping of Miss Millicent and the baby.
And why did he leave the doll at the Commodore?
Because he wanted to get rid of it.
Why not destroy it? Or throw it away? No, Sir Graham. Whoever left that doll in the cloakroom did it because they'd been given instructions to do so.
I'm not so sure about that, Temple.
Well, tell me, did you find out why Queenie Edwards went down to Marlow?
No, I'm afraid we didn't. All we know is that she had the afternoon off and caught the 2 o'clock from Paddington. Eden thinks she went down to Marlow to see Miss Millicent. He thinks they were in league with one another. Just exactly what they were in league about seems to have escaped him.
That's an interesting theory, Sir Graham.
Hello, Steve.
Hello. Don't get up.
Sir Graham, you say Inspector Eden's got one of his men down at Marlow.
Yes, Sergeant Digby. He's a bright young fellow. You'll like him, Temple. He's staying at the Wordsworth Hotel.
Has he discovered anything?
Yes, he has. When Queenie Edwards arrived at Marlow, she went straight to the Wordsworth. She made a phone call from there at about 9:15.
Oh, that must have been the one to ask for. It was about 9:15.
Yes.
Well, I hope you have a very pleasant weekend.
Thanks.
Thanks.
So do I.
It's a delightful spot, Marlow.
Yes.
I like it. Always have liked it. I like that stretch of the river. It's so peaceful down there.
Well, let's hope it stays that way, Sir Graham.
This is it, sir?
Oh, what a lovely room, Paul.
Oh, best room in the house, this. Smashing view.
By Timothy, yes, it is.
Shall I put the case in the corner, sir?
Yes, that'll do nicely.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, it really is lovely. Just look at that view.
Such a perfect day.
Smashing.
Come in.
Excuse me. Mr. Temple?
Yes?
Oh, my name's Digby, sir. I had a message through from the yard that you and Mrs. Temple...
Oh, hello, Sergeant, of course. Come in.
Well, if you're just going to unpack, sir, I'll drop in
Oh, no, we're in no hurry. This is my wife, Sergeant. Darling, suddenly.
Oh, good morning, Mrs.
Good
Temple.
morning, Sergeant.
Well, I thought I'd just let you know, sir, that I'm staying here under the name of Baker. Room 26.
Baker, room 26.
Yes, that's right. If there's anything I can do for you, just let me know.
Well, it's very nice of you, Sergeant. Tell me, how long are you staying down here?
Well, I did intend going back to town this afternoon, sir, but, well, as a matter of fact, Mr. Temple, I think I'm onto something.
Oh?
Yes, when Queenie Edwards came down here, to Marlow, I mean, she made a beeline for this hotel. That was about 4:15. She ordered tea, and she sat in the lounge until about 6:30. Now, I've had a talk to one of the waiters, a reliable old chap called Benson, and he tells me that it's obvious that Queenie was expecting someone. But whoever it was never turned up.
Go on.
Well, Queenie hung about the hotel until about 9:15. Then she made a telephone call and caught the 9:28 back to town.
I see.
I suppose you don't happen to know who she was expecting, Sergeant?
No, but I've got a pretty good hunch, Mrs. Temple.
Really?
Yes. Do you by any chance know a rather flamboyant individual called Shelly, sir?
Shelly? Yes. He runs a Mother's Help Bureau at Hampstead. Miss Millicent was on his book.
That's the gentleman, yeah.
We've never met, but I know who you mean. Do go on, Digby.
Well, Roger Shelly has a bungalow near here.
Has he, by Jove?
Over on the far side of the river between Marlow and Maidenhead.
That's very interesting.
Yes, very.
Well, I bumped into Shelly last night, here, in the hotel bar. We started talking about the weather and cars, you know how it is. Suddenly, I forget how the conversation started, he mentioned this card game we've been hearing so much about, canasta. He said he was anxious to play it.
Well?
Well, I'm going to teach him. He's invited me out to his bungalow. I'm expected for dinner at 8:00.
Oh, smart work, Digby.
It's a small point, Sergeant, but can you play canasta?
I can't even play gin rummy, Mrs. Temple.
What are you going to do?
Oh, I'll get by all right. Well, I certainly ought to. I've been reading about the confounded game since 6:00 this morning.
Oh, good.
What time do you expect to be back?
Oh, about 11, sir. Certainly no later. I'll drop in on you if you like, sir. Tell you how I've got on.
Yes, I wish you would, Sergeant.
Very good, sir.
Sergeant, tell me, what exactly do you hope to get out of Mr. Shelly?
Well, just between ourselves, Mrs. Temple, promotion.
Paul,
Hmm?
you're awake.
Of course I'm awake.
What time is it?
Just gone 1:30.
It's very hard about Digby, isn't it? I wonder why he didn't call.
I don't know. Steve, I'm going round to his room. What number did he say it was? 26?
Yes.
What are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? I'm coming with you, of course. He's not back yet.
We'll go in. Let's have the light on.
Oh, he can't have come back yet, Paul. The bed hasn't... Paul, look. By the basin.
Digby.
Look at his face. What's happened to him?
Someone must have used a razor.
Oh, Paul.
Digby, what happened?
Temple. Listen.
Take it easy. Now, what is it, Digby?
Mr. Vandyke tried to get...
He's dead. Come along, dear. Let's go back to our room.
Paul, what are you going to do?
I only hope there's somebody on at this time of night. Hello? Hello?
Yeah?
Who's that?
This is the manager, McCall. Night porter's off duty. Can I do anything for you?
I want to call to London, please. It's very urgent.
Okay. I'll put you through to the operator.
Just a minute. Did you say it was the manager speaking?
Yeah, that's right. Bill McCall.
Well, Mr. McCall, when I've finished this conversation, would you come up to room 26, please?
Why, yes, surely. I'm putting you through right now.
Thank you.
Number, please.
Operator, I want London, Langham 4413. It's very urgent.
Langham 4413.
Yes.
Hold on, please.
Who are you ringing, Paul?
I'm phoning the inspector. I want Eden to know about Digby before I tell the local people. There's just a chance he might not want me to get in touch with the local police. Ah, it's ringing now.
Hello?
Is that you, Inspector?
Yes. Who's that?
This is Temple.
Who?
Paul Temple.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Temple. This is a fine time to ring up.
Eden, listen. I'm at Marlow. I'm at the Wordsworth Hotel. Digby's been murdered.
What?
Digby's been murdered. Now listen, Inspector. I want to know whether you'd like me to tell the local people first or wait.
How can Digby have been murdered?
I tell you it's true. We found him in his room only 5 minutes ago.
Temple, listen. Digby left Marlow this morning. He caught the 8:32.
What?
I saw him at the yard at 11 o'clock, and I was with him until 7:15 this evening.
You were with Digby until...
Until 7:15 this evening.
But that's impossible.
What happened? What is it?
Inspector, what does he look like, Sergeant Digby?
He's about 6 foot. Rather on the thin side. Small moustache.
Good Lord, you're right, Inspector. We've been taken in. Then who the devil is this man?
I don't know. But he isn't Sergeant Digby.
Would you like a cereal, madam, or grapefruit? Or...
No, nothing, thank you.
Steve, you ought to eat something.
I don't feel like eating, dear.
All right, waiter.
Sir?
You'll feel awfully weak if you don't have any breakfast.
Darling, please, I couldn't. Oh, Paul, I can't make head or tail of it. If that man wasn't Sergeant Digby, then...
There's no if about it, Steve. The inspector's seen him. He wasn't Digby.
Why in heaven's name did he pretend that he was?
I don't know. All I do know is he got away with it. I never even suspected him.
Who would? All that stuff about Queenie Edwards and Roger Shelley.
Yes, but you know, Steve, that's the extraordinary part about it. I think that was true.
Do you?
I think he really did have a date with Shelly.
Well, if he had a date with him, why...
Come in.
Oh, pardon me, but Inspector Eden would like to see you. He's downstairs in the hallway.
Thank you.
Oh, may I have a word with you?
Yes, certainly.
The inspector's been asking me a lot of questions.
It's his job to ask questions, Mr. McCall. I shouldn't get worried about that.
Yeah, I know, but he seems kind of suspicious. For one thing, I don't think he believes my story.
What story?
Well, I mean, what happened last night.
What did happen last night, so far as you're concerned?
Oh, you sound suspicious, too.
No, I just wanted to get things straightened out.
Well, I gave the night porter the evening off. He'd gotten himself a pretty bad cold, and I told him to pack it in. I stayed on duty myself until about 1:30. I was just about to go to bed when you phoned down and put the call through to London. You know what happened after that.
Did you see Sergeant Digby, Mr. Baker, at all?
No, I didn't. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I... 7. Just before he went out. I didn't see him after that.
In other words, you didn't see him come back from Mr. Shelley's?
No.
You knew he had an appointment with Shelley?
Sure. I was in the bar Friday night when Baker introduced himself.
Is Shelley one of your regulars?
Yeah, he's in pretty regular, I guess.
What about Baker?
Oh, he's a stranger. I never seen him before.
I see. Well, I shouldn't let the inspector rattle you, McCall. His bark's worse than his bite.
He doesn't rattle me. I just wondered what was in the back of his mind. That's all.
Ah, there you are, Temple. I've got Shelly here. Sergeant Bell picked him up at the bungalow about a quarter of an hour ago.
Oh, good. Where is he? In the manager's office?
Yes. Oh, by the way, I've just had a call through from the yard. They've checked the address that our friend Baker put in the register.
Well?
It's as phony as his name. It doesn't exist.
I wonder who the devil he is, Inspector.
I wish I knew. We've been through his things with a fine-tooth comb.
Didn't you find anything?
Nothing of importance, I'm afraid. Oh, there was this.
What's that?
It's a receipt for a pair of gloves.
Oh. Oh, they were bought in Paris, then.
Yes. You see the date, the 26th, 4 days ago.
Charles Marais, 73, Rue Saint-Lazare, Paris, 2,050 francs. That's about 2 guineas.
Yes.
Wasn't there anything else on him? Hadn't he a wallet?
Yes, there were 22 pounds in it, in £1 notes.
No papers?
No, nothing.
Well, let's see what Mr. Shelley's got to say for himself. By the way, does he know about the murder?
No, not yet.
My dear Sergeant, it's not a bit of use telling me that this is simply a routine measure, because, quite frankly, I don't believe a word you say.
Well, here's the inspector, sir. He'll answer your questions.
All right, Sergeant, you can go.
Ah, thank you, sir.
Mr. Shelley?
Are you Inspector Eden?
I am, sir, and this is Mr. Paul Temple.
Oh, Paul Temple.
Yes.
Well, what do you want?
I have reason to believe that you entertained a friend to dinner last night.
I did. Is that a crime?
What time did your guest arrive?
About 7:30.
And leave?
She left about 9:45.
She?
Yes.
We were under the impression that you entertained a Mr. Baker.
For some obscure reason, Baker couldn't make it. It was infuriating. I invited Marion to dinner on the strength of... Look here, what is all this? What's it all about?
Supposing you tell us, Mr. Shelley.
What do you mean?
Who did you entertain last night? You didn't entertain Mr. Baker.
Entertain is hardly the word. I never spent such a dreary evening. Oh, it was dire. I'll tell you exactly what happened. On Friday night, I dropped in here for a drink, and I bumped into a fellow called Baker. Well, he was a terrific line shooter. Anyway, to cut a long story short, he said he was an absolute wizard at canasta, and he promised to teach me the beastly game.
Go on.
Well, I invited him to dinner. I also invited a friend of mine, an artist called Marion Faber. Marion has a cottage near Bourne End.
Go on.
Well, Marion turned up, and I might add in a frightful mood, and then at about 7:45, this wretched fellow Baker telephoned and said that he couldn't make it.
Did he say why he couldn't make it?
No, he didn't. I was furious.
Go on.
What do you mean, go on? There's nothing else to go on about.
Mr. Shelley, I understand that you run a sort of registry office.
I run a Mother's Help Bureau. We provide sitters-in, nursemaids, lady companions. It's quite different from a registry office.
I see, I'm sorry. And you were Miss Millicent on your books?
Yes, Miss Millicent was on my books, but for your information, I didn't send her to Mrs. Desmond. I'd never heard of Mrs. Desmond until I read about her in the newspapers.
Did you like Miss Millicent?
What do you mean, like? She was a very nice person, if that's what you mean, Inspector.
Mr. Shelley, tell me. Did anyone else telephone you last night besides Mr. Baker?
No, not that I know of. Oh, by the way, is Baker still staying here? Because if he is, I'd like to give him a piece...
Baker's dead. He was murdered.
What do you mean? Murdered?
Mr. Temple means that he was murdered.
Is this true?
Yes.
When?
Last night.
His face was slashed with a razor.
Oh, but that's ghastly.
Shelley, tell me, was that the first time you'd seen Baker on Friday night?
What? Oh, yes.
You've never seen him before?
No, never.
He was a complete stranger to you?
Absolutely. I say, look here, Temple, I don't want to be tiresome, but do you think I could have a drink?
Yes, I'll ring for the waiter.
I'd like a brandy, please. A double brandy.
Paul, do you think Roger Shelley was telling the truth?
About Baker?
Yes.
Well, if you don't accept Shelley's story, Baker was lying. So was McCall.
How do you mean?
Well, McCall said he was in the bar on Friday night when Baker introduced himself to Shelley.
Yes, but for all we know, that may have been a put-up job.
A put-up job?
Yes. Suppose Baker, or Digby, or whatever his name was told to contact Shelley. But he came down to Marlow and arranged to bump into Shelley accidentally in the cocktail bar. Well, if McCall was there, he'd be convinced that Baker and Shelley were meeting for the first time.
Yes.
Well, now, if Baker did go out to Shelley's... No. In other words, if Shelley was lying...
But
when
Shelley
he said
wasn't lying. Eden checked with that girlfriend of his, Marion Faber. She says she was there when Baker phoned.
But, darling, she may be lying.
They can't all be lying, Steve.
Oh!
Good Lord, look at the windscreen.
Stop the car, Paul. Oh, what happened? What was it?
I'll give you 3 guesses, Steve.
You mean...
It was a bullet.
Shall I send Charlie down for the case?
No, I'll carry it up. Would you take the hat box?
Yes. Oh, Paul. There's Terry Palmer and Mrs. Desmond.
Ah.
Over there, getting out of that car.
She looks excited.
Oh, there's a baby in the car.
Mr. Temple, we were just coming to see you. I've got some wonderful news. Susan's back. Really? She's all right, perfectly all right.
What happened?
Kay and I went for a drive this morning, just after breakfast. We drove as far as Richmond, and then... Oh, I just can't believe
Oh, Mrs.
it.
Desmond, please, what happened?
When we got back to the flat, Susan was there. She was on the rug near the fireplace, fast asleep. I couldn't believe it. For a moment, I thought I'd gone mad. I really did, Mrs.
Oh, it
Temple.
must have been wonderful for you. Oh, here's Mr. Palmer.
Go back to the car, Mary. I'll talk to Mr. Temple.
Yes, all right, Terry.
Hello? What's happened to your windscreen?
We had an accident. Is this true, Palmer, about the baby?
Yes. It's extraordinary, Temple. I just don't understand it. We went for a drive, and when we got back to the flat, well, there she was.
Is the child all right?
Perfectly all right.
There was no sign of Miss Millicent, I take it?
No. But you know she must be mixed up in this, Temple. In view of what's happened, I think she must have taken the child away and then...
Changed their mind?
Yes. Look, I'm taking Mary and the baby down to Eastbourne for a few days. If she stays in town, I know exactly what will happen. The reporters will be on our doorstep night and day, and frankly, Mary isn't up to it.
No. Have you told the police?
I phoned the yard, but unfortunately both Sir Graham and the inspector were out. I left a message. Here's our address at Eastbourne in case they want to get in touch.
Yes, all right, Palmer. I'll see to it.
Oh, thanks. It's awfully kind of you.
That's all right.
Goodbye, Mr. Palmer.
Goodbye, Mrs. Temple.
Here's the case, Charlie.
Okay, I'll take it.
Put it in the bedroom.
Yes, sir. What about the car?
Oh, leave the car for a moment.
Okay, sir.
Steve,
Yes, dear?
you dropped your glove. It's on the pavement. Here it is.
Oh, thanks. Oh, this is my glove, Paul.
Well, it was on the curb near the car, so I thought, oh, Mrs. Desmond must have dropped it.
Do you know where she's staying?
Yes, give it to me. I'll place it on to her.
That's all right.
Mrs. Desmond looks at me as though she's heading for a nervous breakdown.
What are you looking at?
I'm just looking at this glove, Steve. There's a tab inside. Do you see where it was bought?
Oh, yes.
Well, look.
Charles Murray, 73, Rue Saint-Martin.
Episode 3. Introducing Mr. Droste.
My glove, Paul.
Well, it was on the curb near the car, so I thought, oh, Mrs. Desmond must have dropped it.
Do you know where she's staying?
Yes, give it to me. I'll press it on to her.
All right.
Now, Mrs. Desmond looks as if she's heading for a nervous breakdown.
What are you looking at?
I'm just looking at this glove, Steve. There's a tab inside. Do you see where it was bought?
No.
Well, look.
Charles Murray, 73 Rue Saint-Lazare, Paris. Paul, this is the same address, the one you told me about.
The one that was on the receipt?
Yes, and do you remember the receipt was for a pair of gloves?
Exactly.
Oh, do you think that these gloves are the
I
same?
don't know what to think, Steve.
Oh, listen. Supposing that man, the man that was murdered at Marlow.
I'll call him Baker.
All right, well, supposing Baker was murdered because he refused to... Because he... Oh, no. No, that doesn't make sense.
Hello?
Mr. Temple is on the line, sir.
Oh, Mr. Temple?
Yes?
Philip Droste here. How very nice of you to call.
I understand you phoned me this morning.
Yes, that's quite right, I did. Your man told me that you were out of town. I trust you had a pleasant weekend, Mr. Temple.
The weather was delightful.
Oh, I'm so glad. Mr. Temple, I want to talk to you about a mutual friend of ours.
A mutual friend?
Yes, Walters. He's the cloakroom attendant at the Commodore Club.
Oh, of course, yes.
Could you pop in one evening, Mr. Temple? We could have a drink together.
Which particular evening had you in mind?
Well, that's up to you, old man. I'm always here. Why not tonight?
All right.
Shall we say 8 o'clock?
Yes, that'll do nicely.
Good. The address is 47Q Park Lane. It's the top flat.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, old man. Cheerio.
Cheerio.
And who is Mr. Droste?
Oh, your guess is as good as mine. I should think he's South American, but he seems determined to be more English than the English.
Oh?
He kept on calling me old man.
What does he want?
Apparently he wants to talk to me about the cloakroom attendant of the Commodore.
Are you serious?
Perfectly serious? That's what he said.
Graham Ford, dear. Good morning, Steve.
Oh, come in, Sir Graham.
You're just the man I want. Sir Graham, tell me, do you know a man by the name of Droste?
Philip Droste, yes. He owns the Commodore Club.
Oh, that's interesting. What's he like?
Well, one hears such extraordinary stories about Droste. He has a flat in Park Lane, or rather a penthouse.
Yes, I gathered that.
They say he never leaves it from one weekend to the next. You certainly never see him about the West End.
Doesn't he ever go to the Commodore?
Good heavens, no. You wouldn't get him within a mile of the place. He's a very shrewd bird, is Droste. Before the war, he owned the Playbox Club, the Larkspur Hotel, and 2 or 3 dance halls. I don't know whether there's any truth in it, but they say he's worth the best part of $3 million.
Very nice.
Is he straight?
Well, we've never had any trouble with him, if that's what you mean. But, why are you so interested in Mr. Droste?
He wants to see me. He phoned through this morning while we were at Marlow, but I spoke to him just now.
I see. Well, I suppose you've heard about the Desmond baby?
Yes.
What do you make of it?
Well, the perfectly simple explanation, I suppose, if you're prepared to accept it.
What's that?
Miss Millicent kidnapped the child, then thought better of it. Or probably got frightened when she read the newspapers.
Is that what you think?
No.
I thought not. Temple, I'm worried about this case. Eden's a good man, but he doesn't seem to be making any headway.
Well, you can't expect him to make any headway, Sir Graham, until he really knows what it's all about.
In other words, who is this Mr. Vandyke, and what's his racket?
Exactly.
Frankly, Temple, I don't think Vandyke has any racket. This isn't like the Gregory Affair or the Curzon case. I think it simply boils down to the fact that we're up against a criminal lunatic.
I don't agree, Sir Graham. Now, you take this fellow Marlow who was murdered. Mm-hmm. Someone sent him down for a particular reason. Incidentally, you remember the receipt that Eden found on Bigby, or rather Baker?
Yes. I've already been in touch with the French people about it. The address on the receipt is genuine. It's a small shop. They sell gloves, handbags, you know the sort of shop Paris is full of them.
I rather gathered the address was genuine. But take a look at this glove.
Where did you get it?
Mrs. Desmond dropped it.
Mrs. Desmond?
Yes.
When?
About 10 minutes ago.
But why on earth should Mrs. Desmond... You know, Temple, this business just doesn't make sense.
Oh, it makes sense, all right, but not to us. Oh, that's all right. I'll answer, Paul. Hello?
Hello?
Who is that?
Is that you, Mrs. Temple?
Yes?
Oh, this is Terry Palmer here. Could I have a word with your husband?
Yes, of course.
Oh, thanks awfully.
It's Terry Palmer, Paul. Wants a word with you.
Does he? That's interesting. I wonder if it's about the glove. Palmer?
Oh, sorry to bother you, Temple, but...
I thought you were on your way to Eastbourne.
Well, we are. Actually, I'm in a call box at the moment.
Well, what can I do for you now?
Temple, do you happen to know if Mary, Mrs. Desmond, dropped one of her gloves while she was outside your flat?
Yes, she did. I've got it here. I was going to post it on to you.
Oh, thank goodness. She was in a state about it. Perhaps you will post it on then.
Yes, of course. How is Mrs. Desmond?
Oh, she's still a bit upset, I'm afraid. It's funny. You would have thought that now she knows Susan's safe, she'd be perfectly all right. I suppose it's reaction.
Yes. How's the baby?
Oh, Susan's all right. She's crying rather a lot, but... Oh, by the way, before I forget, I promised Mary I'd speak to you about the doll. Do you remember? The doll you found in the attaché case.
Yes, of course I remember.
Well, do you think there's any chance of getting it back? Susan's devoted to that doll. Well, you know what children are. You can buy them all sorts of new things, but they still cling to their old favorites.
Well, so far as I know, Palmer, the doll's still at Scotland Yard. I guess I could have a word with the inspector about it.
Oh, I wish you would, Temple. Peace at any price. That's my motto. Well, thanks most awfully. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Palmer. Well, did you gather what that was all about, Sir Graham?
Yes, I did. Now, what's he getting at? Why is he so anxious to get hold of that doll? We've examined it thoroughly, Temple, and I tell you, it's just a perfectly ordinary doll.
I don't doubt it, Sir Graham.
Then why does Palmer want it?
He didn't say he did. He said the baby wanted it.
Now, look. Palmer wants that doll. The question is, why?
Of course, you may be mistaken, Sir Graham. It may not be just a perfectly ordinary doll.
But it is, Steve. We know it is. Besides, what else could it be?
A red herring?
"47Q. This is it, Steve.
Yes.
I wonder if that's Droste's place.
Where?
On the top. Those windows.
Oh, yes. Looks like it. But Graham said it was the penthouse.
Well, I don't suppose I'll be long.
All right, dear.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Oh, pardon me, I'm sorry.
Why, hello, McCall.
What? Why, hello there. I didn't recognize
What
you.
are you doing in Park Lane?
Oh, just taking a look at the poor. You know how it is. Say, did you have a nice trip back to town?
Well, if you overlook the fact that someone tried to shoot the daylight out of us, we had a delightful trip.
No, you don't say. Hey, what happened?
About half an hour after we left Marlow, a bullet hit our windscreen.
Wow. What do you know?
Somehow I don't think it was intended for the windscreen.
Yeah, but that's terrible. Wasn't Mrs. Temple upset?
She's rather immune to that sort of thing now. Not that she cares for it, mind you.
I should have been petrified.
Just between ourselves, I was. Do I work this thing?
No, sir, I'll take you up. What floor, sir?
The top, yes.
Mr. Droste?
Yes, that's right. Goodbye, McCall.
Goodbye there, and take care of yourself.
I'll try.
Oh, give my regards to Mrs. Temple.
Thanks, I will.
Been up here before, sir?
No, I haven't.
Wonderful view. Best view in London, I reckon. Always tell Mr. Droste he's got the best view in London.
Really?
Of course, he's got the windows for it. Whopping big things. He had the old ones pulled out. People thought he was balmy. He wasn't, though. He knew what he was doing, all right.
How long's he been here?
What, Mr. Droste? Oh, he must be about 15 years now. Yes, must be all of 15 years.
The gentleman I was speaking to,
Mr. McCall?
Yes, that's right. Does he come here very often?
Oh, about once a month, usually on the 15th. I think he works for Mr. Droste. I don't know what he does exactly. Here we are.
Thank you.
Press that button over there. Over on the left.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, that's it.
Mr. Temple?
Yes.
My dear fellow, how nice of you to come at a moment's notice. I do appreciate it. It's most considerate.
Oh, not at all.
May I take your coat?
Oh, thank you.
I've given my man the night off. You know how difficult it is these days, the servant problem.
I do indeed.
And now come along, old man. Come inside. Make yourself at home.
I say, it certainly is a wonderful view.
Yes, on a clear day you can see right across the park.
I can believe it. It's magnificent.
Now, what can I get you to drink, old man? Would you like a dry martini?
Yes, I would.
I thought so. You see, I once read an article about you, Mr. Temple. They said you never drank anything except a dry martini.
A slight exaggeration.
Well, here you are.
Thanks. Well, cheers.
Cheers. Now, do sit down, old man. Sit down.
Thanks. Now, what is it you want to see me about, Mr. Droste? On the phone, you said something about Walters.
That's right, I did. Bert Walters. He works for me at the Commodore Club. You remember him?
Yes, I do. He gave me an attaché case about 4 or 5 days ago.
That's quite right, he did. Mr. Temple, tell me, how did you manage to get hold of that ticket for the attaché case, eh?
Why do you ask?
Oh, I'm curious, that's all.
Well, if you must know, it was given to me by a friend of mine.
Mr. Palmer?
No, not Mr. Palmer.
I feel quite sure that at any moment you're going to tell me to mind my own business. But let me explain, old man. Ever since you took that case out of the cloakroom, there have been a great many questions asked. Bert Walters was dragged out of bed at 6 o'clock in the morning, and twice at a moment's notice he's been taken to Scotland Yard and questioned.
So I understand.
But why are the police so interested in him? Why are they keeping their eye on the Commodore?
Have you asked them why?
No, I haven't.
Why don't you?
Because I prefer to ask you, Mr. Temple. After all, you took the case from the cloakroom.
Yes, but I didn't put it in.
Yes, I see what you mean.
You know, Mr. Droste, you still haven't told me why you're interested in this business.
But surely that's obvious. I own the Commodore Club, so everything that happens there is naturally of interest to me. Besides...
Yes?
I don't particularly want any trouble just now.
No?
No. Mr. Temple, I will let you into a little secret. I intend to apply for the naturalization papers. It is my wish to become a British subject.
And you think this affair the Commodore might...
Naturally. You know what people say. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm quite sure the Home Office are no exception.
But just because you own the Commodore shed, it doesn't mean you're responsible for everything that happens there. Supposing one of the guests suddenly took it into his head to murder the head waiter.
He would have my complete sympathy.
Yes, but you could hardly be held responsible.
Yes, I see what you mean. But nevertheless, look at here, old man. I think I'd better put my cards on the table.
It might be an advantage.
Well, I invited you here this evening because there is something I want to know.
Go on.
What was inside that attaché case, Mr. Temple?
Have you asked the police?
Yes, I asked Inspector Eden.
What did he say?
In diplomatic language, he told me to mind my own business. Is that your reply, too?
I'm afraid I'm not so diplomatic as the inspector. Do you remember reading about that baby, the little girl who disappeared?
The Miss Millicent affair?
That's right. Well, the little girl had a doll. Disappeared when the child was kidnapped. Well, that's what I found in the attaché case.
Are you serious?
Quite serious.
Tell me, was the doll examined by the police?
There was nothing inside it, nothing concealed, if that's what you're thinking.
Just a doll, in fact.
Just a doll. Mr. Droste, perhaps you wouldn't mind answering a question or two now.
I shall be delighted.
What did you imagine was in the attaché case?
Well, I had a horrible feeling that someone might have stolen something, some jewelry perhaps, and, deposited it at the Commodore.
Well, I don't think I should worry as much about the Commodore, Mr. Droste, as about the Wordsworth.
Yeah, what do you mean?
You do own the Wordsworth Hotel at Marlow, don't you?
Yes, I do. Oh, I see what you're getting at. This murder. Well, it's nothing to do with me. Incidentally, Mr. Temple, how did you know that I own the Wordsworth?
I didn't. It was simply a guess. I bumped into McCall downstairs.
Oh, I see.
I suppose he told you what happened, that I discovered the body.
Yes, he told me.
You don't happen to know who he was, I suppose?
The man who was murdered?
Yes.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
I see. Droste, tell me, have you heard of a man called Vandyke?
Vandyke, did you say?
Yes.
Why do you ask?
He phoned me several days ago. Unfortunately, I was out. He left no message.
I'm sorry, I can't help you. I've never heard of anyone called Vandyke. I'm so sorry, old man. Do let me get you another drink. Vanessa.
Hello, Philip.
Sweetheart, I didn't expect you back until Thursday.
I know. I had to make up my mind very quickly. It was difficult. I didn't see anyone until last
You
night.
look as if you need a drink, my sweet.
No, I had something on the plane.
Oh, I beg your pardon. This is my wife. Sweetheart, this is Mr. Temple. You've heard of Paul Temple, Vanessa. He writes books, you know.
How do you do, Mrs. Droste?
How do you do? What did you say? He writes what?
Books, darling. You know the things you read. Books. Vanessa's always the same after a journey. Darling, you are a funny little creature. But you know it's nice to have you back just the same. Now run along, my dear, and powder your nose, eh?
Philip, I didn't see anyone until last night. And then it was too late.
Yes, all right, darling, all right. There's nothing to worry about, my sweet. Now run along.
Have you had a very long journey, Mrs. Droste?
No. I've been in Paris for 2 or 3 days, that's all.
Vanessa, what is it? What's the matter?
You know what it is.
Vanessa!
Look out! Look, you better give her a drink, quickly.
Oh, I don't know what it is.
It's all right,
Here,
Mrs.
drink,
Droste.
drink.
It's all right.
No, I should be better in a moment.
Now, Vanessa, don't be stupid. Drink this, please.
Oh, silly of me. I'm sorry, Philip, but you knew...
That's all right, my sweet. You couldn't help it.
I think I'd better go and lie down.
Yes, sweetheart, I think you'd better.
You must have a very odd opinion of me, Mr. Temple. I don't usually do this sort of thing, do I, Philip?
Only on Tuesdays and Fridays.
Oh, dear, how stupid of me. Where's my handbag?
Here it is.
Oh, thank you. And my gloves.
Here they are, Mrs. Droste.
Thank you.
Do you feel better now, my dear?
Yes. I was ill in the plane coming over. I expect that was the trouble. I'll take some aspirin and lie down.
Well, now, old man, let me mix you that drink.
No,
eh?
thanks. I'd better be making a move.
Oh, well, if you really must. You know, I'm most grateful to you for your information.
Information?
About the dog.
Oh, yes.
It was very sporting of you, old man, to take me into your confidence. Believe me, I appreciate it.
Oh, that's all right. I hope you'll do the same for me sometime.
Yes, I hope so. Well, Good night, Mr. Temple.
Good night, old man.
Sorry I've been so long.
That's all right. Did you see Droste?
I did.
Darling, you're onto something. What happened?
You're dead right, I'm onto something. Steve, I'm just beginning to see daylight. Things are beginning to add up.
What do you mean?
Not only did I meet Mr. Droste, my beloved, but I met Mrs. Droste. And by Timothy, what a woman.
What do you mean by Timothy, what a woman? What's so remarkable about Mrs. Droste?
Shall I tell you?
Yes.
She buys her gloves from the same shop as Mrs. Desmond.
I'm ready now, Paul. Shall I go down to the taxi?
Yes, dear. I just want to have a word with Charlie.
Shall I carry that down, Mrs. Temple?
No, it's all right, Charlie. Don't forget the passports, Paul.
No, all right. Now listen, Charlie. I want you to take particular note of what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
If anyone rings up, it doesn't matter who they are, I don't want you to say anything about Mrs. Temple and me being in Paris. If they ask where we are, just say we're out of town for 2 or 3 days.
What if it's Sir Graham, sir?
Sir Graham knows where to get in touch if he wants to. Understand, Charlie?
Yes, sir. That's okay, sir. You leave it to me, sir.
We shall be back on Thursday. Friday at the latest.
Okie doke, sir.
Well, goodbye, Charlie.
Goodbye, sir. Have a nice trip.
Now, who on earth is that? Oh, I'll open it. Oh, hello, Shelly.
Hello, Mr. Temple. Oh, are you just going out?
As a matter of fact, I am. I've got a train to catch. I'm in rather a hurry.
Oh, dear, how very tantalizing. I did so want to have a word with you.
I'm sorry, Shelly.
Oh, couldn't you spare me just a moment? It's important.
All right. Come in. But you'll have to make it snappy.
You're not going down to Marlow again, are you?
Marlow? No. We're going to stay with some friends in Hertfordshire. Now, what can I do for you?
I think perhaps you'd better read this.
What is it?
Read it.
The man you met at Marlow, who called himself Baker, was Harry the Wolf. Let that be a warning, Mr. Shelley. When did you get it?
This afternoon. I recognized the handwriting the moment I saw it.
You recognize the handwriting?
Yes.
Well, whose is it?
Well, don't tell me you don't recognize it. It's Miss Millicent's.
Miss Millicent's? Are you sure?
Well, of course I'm sure. I've compared it with the letter she wrote me asking for an interview. I don't profess to be a handwriting expert, but there just isn't the slightest doubt that this is Miss Millicent's handwriting.
How well did you know Miss Millicent?
Hardly at all. She simply wrote to me and I got her 2 or 3 jobs as a sitter-in. She seemed a perfectly respectable person. I don't suppose I've spoken to her more than half a dozen times.
Well, assuming for the moment that you're right, and this note was written by Miss Millicent, why did she write to you instead of to Scotland Yard?
That's precisely what I want to know. I've never heard of anyone called Harry de Wolf.
Well, Shelley, listen. I want you to take this note to Inspector Eden.
Oh.
Tell him I sent it and give him all the details.
Oh, but I don't like Eden. He's a ghastly person. Why do you think I brought it to you?
I'm sorry, Shelley. You'll have to see Eden. In any case, the Yard will want to check on this man, the Wolf.
I suppose the moment I take this note to Eden, he'll get suspicious. He'll probably think that I'm mixed up in this frightful business and wrote the note myself.
Did you write the note yourself?
Well, of course I didn't.
Then there's nothing for you to worry about.
Nothing for me to worry about. I'm not so sure about that. What does she mean? Let that be a warning, Mr. Shelley. A warning against what, for goodness sake?
We seem to have been in this taxi for ages.
Yes. I don't know where we are.
We're not very far from the Place Pigalle. Do you think he understood you, darling?
Of course he understood me. Oh, wait a moment. I'll have another word with him. Driver. Monsieur. Où sommes-nous?
Au Canada, monsieur.
Merci.
Voici tout près au coin, monsieur. Vous y serez en 2-3 minutes.
Oh. What did he say?
He says it's on the corner. We should be there in a minute or 2.
Oh, good. Merci.
Oh, monsieur.
Oh, yes. This is it. Look. Gloves and handbags in the window.
Charles Mallet. Yes, that's the shop, all right. Oh, combien?
320 francs, monsieur.
Voici. Gardez la monnaie.
Merci, monsieur, merci.
Come on, let's go inside.
Bonjour, madame, monsieur.
Oh, bonjour. Good afternoon.
Ah, good afternoon. What can I show you, madame?
I'd like to see some gloves, please.
Certainly. For evening wear?
No, daytime ones, please.
Ah, the size, please?
6.5.
These are very nice, Steve.
Yes, those are very smart, monsieur. Vraiment très chic. They only arrived this morning from Brussels.
Yes, I don't like the color. Have you got these in blue?
Ah, no, madame. There are just the 3 colors. Black, red, and gray. You particularly want blue?
Yes, I'm afraid I do.
One moment. Excuse me, please. I think I know what you will like.
Have you looked at these gloves? There isn't a tab or a name on any of them.
Yes, I noticed that.
Now, madame.
Ah, yes. Those are very nice.
Voilà. Tout ce qu'il y a de chic, madame.
And how much are they, please?
4,200 francs.
4,200.
Oui, madame. Expensive, but quality.
Yes, they are very nice, but I wanted something a little darker, if possible.
Oh, these are very dark, madame.
A friend of ours bought a pair of gloves from you. I just forget when she bought them. My wife was rather taken with them. As a matter of fact, that's why we came here.
Yes.
Oh, well, what were they like, monsieur?
They were blue, and they had a stitching.
Yes. Didn't you bring one with you,
Yes,
dear?
of course I did. How stupid of me. It's in my bag. Yes, here it is.
That's the sort of glove we're looking for.
Well?
I did not realize that you wanted a pair like this. You will have to go to the Boulevard Seminaire. 29 Boulevard Seminaire.
Boulevard Seminaire.
Is that a shop, too?
No, monsieur. It's an apartment. You go upstairs to the 2nd floor. You understand me?
Yes, I understand.
I would suggest tonight, monsieur, if that is convenient.
Yes, that's convenient.
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. 29 Boulevard Seminaire.
Ask for Mr. Palmer.
Very well, Steve, but this can be a very tough city. You don't know what we might bump into tonight.
Well, whatever it is, I'm right behind you. So cut out the heroics, darling, and let's get down to facts. What do you think will happen tonight?
I don't know. Let's go back to the hotel and talk about it over a drink.
Now, there's a sensible suggestion.
Ah, here's a taxi. Taxi!
You want a cab?
Yes. Take us to the Hotel Crillon.
Okay, jump in.
Well, how much is it?
Well, it says 200 francs on the meter, but who cares about the meter anyway?
There you are.
Why, thanks.
You're American, aren't you?
That's right. Luke's the name.
Oh.
Well, don't look so surprised, Bud. I'm not the only American in Paris.
I bet you're the only one driving a cab.
You've got something there, lady.
How did this happen?
How did I get stuck with this chariot?
Yes.
Well, it's a long story, brother. Way back in 44, I received a pressing invitation from a guy called Adolf Hitler.
Uh-huh.
Hitler was a pushover, but there was a gal called Louise.
Oh?
There was no meter on that baby, but she certainly took me for a ride. Say, how long are you staying over here?
Oh, 2 or 3 days, maybe.
Well, you can always pick me up around the corner. I park near the Madeleine. I'd like to take you around sometime.
Yes, all right. Oh, by the way, where's the Boulevard Seminaire?
Seminaire, that's near the Place de l'Étoile. Quite a step from here.
Well, we got a date there tonight at 11 o'clock. Do you think you could pick us up?
Sure. I'll be here at the hotel about 10:45, okay?
Fine.
Be good. Listen, who's...
Could I have my key, please? Room 109.
Oh, certainly, monsieur.
Thanks.
Oh, Mr. Temple.
Yes?
There is a gentleman would like to see you, sir. He is waiting for you upstairs, room 604.
To see me?
Yes, sir. Oh, there he is.
Oh, look who's here. Sir Graham.
Hello, you two.
Hello, Sir Graham. What are you doing in Paris?
I'll give you 3 guesses, Steve, and don't mention the Folie Bergère.
I wasn't going to.
I'm in rather a hurry, Temple. I've got a luncheon appointment. It appears that at one time he was a prominent member of a drug gang. He left France in 46 and was last heard of in Boston in May 47. Since then, both the Sûreté and the FBI have lost track of him.
And then suddenly, quite out of the blue, he turns up at Marlow.
Yes, exactly.
Sir Graham, are you suggesting that the Wolf and Miss Millicent and possibly Shelley are all in this?
I'm not suggesting anything, Steve. I'm simply giving you the facts. I do know that heroin is getting into the illicit market from a new source.
Oh.
Whether that source is controlled by Shelley or Palmer or even Miss Millicent, well, I wouldn't like to say.
But you're convinced that the disappearance of Miss Millicent and the kidnapping of the Desmond baby are tied up with the murder of the Wolf?
Yes, I am.
I agree.
Well, tell me, did you examine the note that Miss Millicent sent to Shelley?
There's nothing we can't tell you about that note, Steve. The sort of paper it was written on, the kind of ink that it was used, and even the type of pen that it was written with.
Yes, but can you tell when it was written?
Yes. About 24 hours before Shelley received it.
Hmm. So unless something's happened to Miss Millicent during the past day or so, she's still alive.
Yes?
You seem surprised, Steve.
I am surprised. I don't think she did write that note. I don't think she's alive.
Well, supposing she isn't alive. Supposing someone forged that note.
Shelley himself, for instance.
All right, Shelley himself. What's the point?
Well, what's the point if the note wasn't forged? Now, why should Miss Millicent want to warn Shelley? And what is she warning him against?
Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? You saw what happened to Queen Edward. You saw what happened to the Wolf.
Yes.
In other words, the note simply said, keep your mouth shut, Mr. Shelley, or it's your turn next.
Precisely, Sir Graham.
Well, take the suspects in this affair. Terry Palmer, Roger Shelley, Mary Desmond, Bill McCall, and Droste. Can you imagine any of those people taking orders from a middle-aged spinster like Miss Millicent? It doesn't make sense.
Well, what's your opinion of all this, Steve?
I tell you, Sir Graham, I think you're right about the Wolf being mixed up with the disappearance of Miss Millicent.
Mm-hmm.
I think that she probably got caught up, quite innocently, with a drug smuggling ring, and they either had to get rid of her or kidnap her.
And Mr. Vandyke, how does he fit into the picture?
Vandyke is the leader, and the leader, in my opinion, is our dear friend Roger Shelley.
Well, then, how do you account for the disappearance of the doll and the fact that it was left in the attaché case of the Commodore Club?
Oh, well,
And how did Queenie Edwards know it was at the Commodore? And why did she send me the cloakroom ticket?
Well, I don't know why.
You're not the only one who doesn't know, Steve.
No,
Well, I suppose I'd better be making a move.
Won't you join us for lunch, Sir Graham?
Unfortunately, I can't, my dear. I'm lunching with Pierre Charbonnel.
Charbonnel? Isn't he the ballistics expert?
He was. He's now attached to the Sûreté Nationale. We've known one another for years.
I suppose you'll have to tell him what happened this morning.
I'm afraid so, Temple. Don't worry. He won't interfere. He'll let you play it your own way.
Well, we shall see.
Yes, what is it?
Pardon, monsieur, but this table has just arrived for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
Excuse me. It's from the yard. In code. Good Lord.
What's wrong?
They've found Miss Millicent.
Mm-hmm.
They picked her body out of the Thames at 4 o'clock this morning.
Where?
About 2 miles from Marlow.
How long had she been dead? Do they know?
Yes, at least a week.
Then you were right, Steve.
Yes.
She couldn't have sent that note to Roger Shelley.
What time is it?
2:15. Oh, that was a very nice lunch.
Yes, lovely.
What would you like to do now?
Don't really know. I ought to do some shopping, but I don't feel very much like it.
No, well, why not leave it till tomorrow? I think the best thing we can do is go back to the hotel and have a rest for an hour or so.
Yes, all right.
Well, I'm blown. Look who's here.
Oh, Bill McCall.
Yes, not only McCall. Look who he's with.
Who?
Philip Droste, of all people. Oh, they spotted us, Steve. They're coming over.
Why, hello, Mr. Temple. My dear fellow, this is an unexpected pleasure.
Hello, Droste. I didn't expect to see you in Paris.
It only goes to show it's a small world, old man. Oh, forgive me if I'm interrupting a tete-a-tete, eh?
This is my wife. Steve, this is Mr. Droste.
How do you do?
Oh, I think you know McCall, dear.
Oh, yes, of course.
Why, surely we met in Marlow.
I'm delighted to meet you, Mrs. Temple. What a pleasant surprise. Are you staying in Paris for long?
Just for 2 or 3 days.
Where are you staying, Temple?
We're at the Crillon. And you?
Well, we only got in this morning, had a pretty rough trip. I don't know about you, Mr. Droste, but things are still moving around.
You want something to eat, my friend. That's your trouble. I told you never start a journey on an empty stomach.
Is Mrs. Droste with you?
No. This is purely a business trip, old man. McCall's been having a little trouble with our wine merchant, or rather with the shippers, and I thought it was time I came over myself to straighten things out.
The iron hand in the velvet glove.
Yes, we ought to have had it a long time ago. Well, if you'll excuse me, goodbye, Mrs. Temple. I do hope we shall meet again sometime.
Goodbye.
You must tell your husband to bring you along to the flat one evening. I'm sure that Vanessa, that's my wife, would be very pleased to meet you.
Thank you.
How is Mrs. Droste? Did she recover from her journey?
Oh, yes, she's much better now, thank you, much better.
Well, have yourselves a good time.
Thanks.
Goodbye, Mrs. Temple. It has been so nice to meet you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Droste.
Goodbye, old man.
Goodbye.
McCall,
I wouldn't trust that man an inch.
Droste?
Yes. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. Why are you laughing?
Oh, nothing.
Of course. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at what you said.
What about not trusting Droste?
Yes.
Well, that's the lack of humor on my part. I don't think it's as funny as all that.
Wasn't it, dear? I think it was. I think it was very funny. Come on. Let's go back to the hotel. Could I have my key, please?
Oh, but certainly, monsieur. Oh, there is a note for you, Mr. Temple. It is from your friend, the gentleman in 604.
Oh, thank you.
What is it for?
It's from Sir Graham. He wants us to meet him at 6 o'clock.
Where? Here?
No, it says Café Benoit. Now, where on earth's that? Excuse me.
Monsieur?
Do you know the Café Benoit?
Oh, but yes, monsieur. It is on the corner of the Rue Pigalle and the Rue Fontaine. You cannot mistake it, monsieur. It is right on the corner.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yes.
Oh, come along, dear. Let's go to our room and have a rest first. This is it, Steve.
Well, it doesn't say Café Benoit. Oh, yes. Yes, it does.
I say, you look fagged out.
You don't look any too fresh yourself.
No, we should have taken a taxi.
Yes, or a helicopter. I thought we'd never get across.
Look, let's sit down here.
Hmm.
Oh, dear, it's 6:15. We're late.
I don't see any sign of Sir Graham.
No, neither do I. You stay here, dear. I'll have a look inside.
All right.
Vous désirez, madame?
Oh, Delphine, allô.
Bon, merci, madame.
Papers, daily papers, London papers. Papers, madame?
No, thank you.
They are London papers. Or the latest news.
No, thank you.
Evening news.
No.
Star.
No.
Standard.
No, thank you.
Oh. Postcards? You like to buy some pretty postcards?
Oh, really?
To our iPhone?
I have seen it. Thank you very much.
London papers. Evening news. The Star. Standard.
All right, I give in. Here you are.
Merci, madame. Merci beaucoup. Where's the waiter?
He's inside.
I will leave my newspapers on this table here. Please tell him I will be back in one moment.
Very well. Curious and curious.
What did that fellow want?
He was selling papers and pretty postcards.
He seems to have dumped his papers on the next table.
Yes, he'll be back in a moment. We do meet some crazy people over here. Did you see Sir Graham?
No, they're not inside.
Oh, they obviously haven't arrived yet. I've ordered you a drink.
Thanks.
Oh, I like this place, Paul, don't you?
It's certainly attractive. A bit too near the curb for my liking.
Oh, I adore these open-air cafes. Oh, she'll know you again, won't she?
Who?
That woman over there in the corner. Couldn't take her eyes off you.
It's only natural. You don't see many good-looking men in Paris.
Oh, get used to it. Looks to me as if she knows you.
Which woman do you mean, Steve?
There, look, in the red dress.
Where? Oh, by Timothy, she does know me.
Hello. What's been going on? Think fast, Mr. Clee.
Steve, you know who she is?
No, but I'll admit she's very good looking.
It's Mrs. Droste.
What? Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Droste said she wasn't in Paris. He said...
I know what Droste said, but That's his wife, or I'm a Dutchman.
What are you going to do, Paul?
Wait here, Steve. Hello, Mrs. Droste. How nice to see you again.
I beg your pardon?
I saw you looking at me. I couldn't place you at first. It is Mrs. Droste, isn't it? I'm Paul Temple, don't you remember?
Oh, yes. Now I remember. I knew I'd seen you somewhere before.
Are you alone?
Yes, but I'm expecting someone.
Well, look here. I've got my wife with me. Why don't you join us until your friends turn up?
I'd rather not, if you don't mind.
Of course. Oh, by the way, I saw your husband this morning.
Where?
We were having lunch and he came in with Mr. McCall.
You mean you saw him here, in Paris?
Yes.
But I can't believe it. Oh, you're joking. It is just a joke.
No, I spoke to him. He told me he was over here on business.
But my husband's not in Paris. I'm sure he's not. Unless...
Come along, Mrs. Droste. Come and have a drink with us. Steve, this is Mrs. Droste.
Oh, how do you do, Mrs.
How do you
Droste?
do?
Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
I was just telling Mrs. Droste we saw her husband this morning with Bill McCall.
Oh, yes.
How long has he worked for your husband?
Oh, quite a while now.
We met him down at Marlow. He seems to be a very amiable sort of person.
Yes, I think he is.
What would you like to drink?
May I have an absinthe?
Yes, of course. Garçon?
Monsieur.
Mr. Temple.
Yes?
I wonder if you'd do me a favor.
Well, if I can.
If by any chance you see my husband again in Paris, I mean, please don't mention that you've seen me. You see...
Yes?
Well, I've a friend here in Paris. We've been seeing a lot of each other just recently, and my husband...
Is this friend a woman?
No. Oh, I don't want to bore you with a lot of personal details, but... Well, Philip and I haven't been hitting it off too well lately. We've been getting on each other's nerves so much that I suggested that we separated for a little while.
I see. A friend of yours, Mr. Droste, what's his name?
I'm sorry, I'd rather not tell you if you don't mind.
It isn't Marais, by any chance? Charles Marais?
Oh, I know.
Well, don't look so surprised. You know Marais. He owns a shop in the Rue Saint-Lazare. The little place where you bought your gloves.
I've never heard of anyone called Marais. I don't know what you're talking about.
Now, come, Mrs. Droste. You know perfectly well what I'm talking about.
Monsieur.
Oh, thanks. Bring an absinthe, please.
Absinthe, certainement, monsieur. Oh, well, are those your papers, monsieur?
No, of course they're not.
Well, who put them there?
A man left them. He said he'd be back in a few moments.
Oh, but he can't leave his newspapers like that on one of our tables.
What do you mean he can't? He has.
Well, I'll take them inside.
Just a moment. Did he just put them down there, Steve, on that table?
Yes, you saw him, Paul. It was the man I told you about. The man with the postcard.
Very odd. He should leave a bunch of newspapers. Don't touch them.
I'll take them inside.
Don't touch them.
Oh, but we shall leave the table, monsieur.
Put them down, you fool! Oh, no, Steve, you're all right. Hold her head quickly.
Give me your handkerchief.
Here you are, dear. Lift up a little bit.
Try it round here.
We must.
Yes.
That's better.
Bleeding terribly.
You all right?
Yes, yes, all
She's
right.
in a pretty bad way, Steve.
Garçon, get a doctor, quick. Paul, what happened? Did the papers stay so deliberately?
Yes, there was a catch bomb underneath. The moment the papers were moved, the bomb exploded.
This is awful.
Here's the doctor. Monsieur, Madame is very, very badly hurt.
What time is it now?
Time we're making a move. I expect our American friend's waiting for us with his taxi.
Don't let's go, Paul, until we've heard from Sir Graham.
All right, but, you know, he promised to phone through at 9 o'clock. It's now 10:15.
Yes. Paul,
Yeah?
I'm sure I'd recognize that man again. The man who planted the bomb, I mean.
You probably would if you saw him looking exactly the same, but would you recognize him if he was washed and shaved and all spruced up? That's the point.
I think so.
Was he a Frenchman?
No, I don't think he was. He spoke English with an accent, but it seemed to me more German or possibly Swiss.
Have you stopped to think what really happened this evening, Steve? Someone sent us a note, which was supposed to be from Sir Graham, and made a date for us at the Café Benoit. Now, it's my bet that whoever sent that note also sent one to Mrs. Droste.
In other words, they intended to kill 3 birds with 1 stone.
Exactly. Now, if we can find out from Mrs. Droste who she expected to see at the cafe, then we might get somewhere.
There's the phone now.
Hello?
Is that you, Temple?
Yes, Sir Graham, where are you?
We're still at the hospital. I'm sorry I'm late phoning, but things have been pretty hectic.
How's Mrs. Droste?
Still unconscious. They don't think there's much hope, but we're holding on just in case.
What about Droste himself? Have you found him yet?
No. Goodness knows where he's staying. We've contacted all the big hotels and most of the travel agencies. But we'll find him. We've got to find him.
When shall we see you?
Well, it depends entirely on Mrs. Droste.
Yes, of course.
Well, take care of yourselves.
We'll try. Goodbye, Sir Graham.
Goodbye, Temple.
Come on, Steve, let's go down. We're terribly late, and Luke's been waiting with that taxi.
Here we are. This is it. 29 Boulevard Seminaire.
Nice-looking block.
Yes. Costs you a lot of dough to live in a place like this.
How much do you want?
How much have you got?
Look here. Would you like to wait for us? I don't expect we should be very long.
Sure.
We're going up to the second floor. If we're not down in 20 minutes, come up and fetch us.
Okay, I'll do that. Oh, Mrs. Temple.
Yes?
You've left your handbag.
Oh, thank you.
By the way, how do you know our name?
Haven't you seen the evening paper?
No.
You should take a look at it.
What do you mean?
There's a photograph of your boat on the front page.
Is there?
It was taken outside of the Cafe Benoit.
Oh.
That must have been a very nasty accident.
Yes, except that it wasn't an accident.
No, you surprised me. Okay, 20 minutes?
That's right. Second floor.
Okay.
Is this it, Paul?
I suppose it must be. There's no other door.
There's no name.
No. Is there a bell?
Yes, there is. I don't see it.
No one at home.
Try again.
No.
I suppose it's locked.
Yes. Wait a minute.
What's that?
Oh, it's the phone ringing.
Well, there was obviously no one in.
No.
Oh. Now what are we going to do?
I'm going to try my keys.
You mean try and open the door?
Yes.
But Paul, you can't. Supposing somebody came along.
We'll have to take that chance. You stand on guard. Stand over there, Steve, near the lift.
All right.
If you see anyone, whistle Rule Britannia.
Well, it's going to make it say si bon.
I don't know, say si bon.
How's it going?
Not so good. See, here a minute. Hold the handle.
What for?
Do as I tell you.
Won't it work?
Well, this usually does the trick. It looks to me as if... Ah! Yes, that's done it. Good.
Shall I close the door?
Yes, don't let it.
Can you find the light?
Yes, I got it.
Oh. Oh, it's a lovely flat.
Yes, it certainly costs a pretty penny to furnish this place.
Say, that's a pretty impressive fireplace for a hall.
Yeah, it is.
Surely that's a Matisse over there.
Yeah, it looks very much like it.
I wonder where that door leads to.
Probably one of the bedrooms. You stay here, Steve.
Yes, all right. Paul? Can I come in now?
No. Stay where you are.
Why? What is it? What's happened?
Steve, listen. Go down to the cab and tell the
Well,
American...
what has happened?
Steve, listen to what I'm saying. Go down to the
Oh,
taxi.
please, what has happened?
The man we saw this morning. The man in the glove shop. Charles Marray.
Yes?
He's been murdered. His face has been slashed with a razor.
Like Queenie Edwards.
It looks awful.
Oh, Paul, there's some blood on your sleeve.
Yes, I know. Now, Steve, I want you to go downstairs and...
Are you going to let it ring?
What?
Paul!
Wait a minute. Hello?
I think Charles went tired.
I beg pardon?
It was Uncle, monsieur.
Oui, yes.
I said, are you Passage 4713?
Passage, just a moment. Yes, that's right. Passage 4713.
One moment, please.
Who is it? I don't know.
Hold the line, please.
Who is it?
There is a call for you from London. A personal call. Hold the line a moment, please.
Hello?
Allô? Passage 4713.
Yes?
Hold on a moment. Vous êtes en ligne. Parlez plus fort, s'il vous plaît.
Hello?
Could Mr. Paul Temple take a personal call from London, please?
What?
Oh, what is it?
But that's impossible. No one knows I'm here.
Avez-vous entendu ce qu'on a dit? Can Mr. Paul Temple take a personal call from London, please?
Yes, speaking.
Is that Mr. Temple speaking personally?
Yes. Who is it? Who is it calling?
It's a Mr. Vandyke. One moment, please.
You've been listening to the 4th episode of Paul Temple and the Vandyke Affair, with Kim Peacock as Paul and Marjorie Westbury as Steve. Sir Graham Forbes was played by Lester Muddit, Charles Murray by Raph de la Torre, Philip Droste, Roger Delgado, Bill McCall by Tommy Duggan, Vanessa Droste, Griselda Harvey, Luke by Charles Richardson. Other parts by Betty Bascom, Olaf Olsen, David Peel, and Gladys Spencer. The production was by Martin C. Webster. We present Kim Peacock and Marjorie Westbury in the Francis Durbridge serial, Paul Temple and the Vandyke Affair. Episode 5, Roger Shelley makes a suggestion.
Hold on a moment. Vous êtes en ligne. Parlez plus fort, s'il vous plaît.
Hello?
Could Mr. Paul Temple take a personal call from London, please?
What?
Oh, what is it?
But that's impossible. No one knows I'm here.
Avez-vous entendu ce qu'on a dit? Can Mr. Paul Temple take a personal call from London, please?
Yes, speaking.
Is that Mr. Temple speaking personally?
Yes, who is it? Who's calling?
It's a Mr. Vandyke. One moment, please.
Vandyke?
Oh, what's happening?
I can't understand it. There's a personal call from me from Mr. Vandyke.
But that's ridiculous. Nobody knows we're here except...
I'm so sorry to keep you waiting, monsieur. I do not know what is happening tonight. Speak up, London, please. Your party is on the line waiting. Oh, mon Dieu, qu'arrive-t-il ce soir? Oh, will you please speak up? Your party is waiting for you. Un moment, s'il vous plaît, monsieur.
Paul?
Wait a second, Steve. I think I'll clear the line.
Paul, I don't know whether you realize, but you're standing right in front of the window.
I'm what?
You're standing right in front of the window. It looks to me as if the phone's been moved.
Do you know, I believe you're right, Steve.
Surely the phone ought to be over here on this table.
Yes, this does seem a silly place for a telephone.
Oh!
Keep back, Steve!
Paul, your hand!
I'm all right. It's got in my arm. Oh, keep away from the window, Steve, please.
Is he all right, Sir Graham?
Steve, I thought you'd left the hospital ages ago.
I did go back there, too, but... Sir Graham, is he going to be all right?
Who? Temple?
Yes, of course.
You'd better ask him yourself,
What do
my
you mean?
dear.
Oh, Paul!
Oh, look out, darling. My
Oh.
arm.
Darling.
Oh, my Timothy. I must do this more often, Steve.
You must.
But your arm, is it serious?
No, but it might have been. I was lucky.
You certainly were.
And me to see if I should have had it. Incidentally, Mr. Graham, where was our sharpshooting friend? On the roof opposite?
Yes, I think he must have been, Temple. But of course the place was deserted by the time we got there.
Yeah.
Sir Graham, did you find out about the flat?
Yes, it belongs to Mary.
Mary? The man from the glove shop that Paul found in the bedroom?
Yes.
But it was Mary that sent us to the Boulevard Seminaire. If he got anything to say to us, why didn't he say it in the shop?
Yes, I know, Steve.
And the
but...
phone call. I know it was a trick to get Paul in front of the window, but Do you think it was a genuine call from London?
No, it was a fake, Steve. An extremely clever one, but a fake.
As a matter of fact, I had my suspicions about that call.
Oh, now you come up it. You fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker.
When are you going back to London?
Oh, we're flying back tomorrow morning. Now, Sir Graham, what about Mary? Have the French people any idea who murdered him?
No. They've been over the apartment with a fine tooth comb, but I'm afraid they've drawn a blank.
Yes, well, in my opinion, they don't have to look very far.
What do you mean?
Well, isn't it obvious who murdered Mary?
Not to me, it isn't, Steve.
Who are you thinking of? Droste?
Droste or Bill McCall. It's obvious that Mrs. Droste's been having an affair with Mary. Droste discovered this and either murdered Mary himself or got McCall to do the dirty work.
How does that strike you, Sir Graham?
Well, it's quite a theory.
So all you want to do is pick up Droste?
We have.
Oh?
He was staying at a small hotel near the Boulevard Haussmann.
Where's he now?
As far as I know, he's here at the hospital with his wife, unless the police have taken him down to headquarters.
How is Mrs. Droste, by the way?
She's still unconscious, Steve. I gather it's a 50-50 chance.
Oh.
I beg your pardon, monsieur. Mr. Droste would like to speak with you before he leaves. He's in my office.
Oh, thank you, Doctor.
Is there any change in Mrs. Droste?
She is still unconscious, but I feel a little more hopeful.
Oh, good.
How is your arm, Mr. Temple? Comfortable?
Yes, quite comfortable, thank you.
Good. Now remember what I told you, and do not forget to change the dressing the moment you get back to London.
Don't worry, I shan't forget, Doctor, if he does.
Well, come along, Temple. I expect you'd like to have a word with Droste.
Yes, we shan't be long.
That arm of yours doesn't look too good, Temple. Did that happen at the cafe?
No. I picked this up later the same evening.
Yeah? Where?
In the Boulevard Seminaire. A gentleman of somewhat doubtful ancestry took a pot at me.
You mean someone tried to shoot you?
That was roughly the idea.
Things happen to you, don't they? You were nearly shot driving back from Marlow.
You have an excellent memory, McCall. I say, I'm awfully sorry about your wife, Droste. I hope she'll be all right.
Oh, everyone is being most kind. I'm sure there's nothing else that can be done.
I'm not speaking as a police official just now, but there are certain things which you ought to know, Droste.
What do you mean?
Well, for instance, that you are suspected of being responsible for the murder of Monsieur Marais.
Marais?
Yes. Charles Marais. He had a glove shop on the Rue Saint-Lazare and an apartment on the Boulevard Seminaire.
But I've never even heard of anyone called Marais. So why should they suspect me of murdering him?
Droste, I want you to listen very carefully. When I came to your flat several days ago, your wife dropped a pair of gloves. You may remember she fainted.
Yes, I remember.
Well, I picked up the gloves, and on the inside of one of them was a small tab. It said, Charles Marais, 73 Rue Saint-Lazare, Paris. Now, without going into details, that address had a certain significance. In fact, it wasn't the first time I'd heard of Monsieur Marais.
Go on.
This morning, my wife and I went to the shop in the Rue Saint-Lazare, and when we produced a certain glove, not unlike Mrs. Droste's, Monsieur Marais directed us to 29 Boulevard Seminaire and told us to ask for a Mr. Palmer.
Palmer?
The name strikes a chord?
Well, wasn't it someone called Palmer who was supposed to have left that attache case at the Commodore Club?
It was. It was indeed.
Well?
When we arrived at the flat on the Boulevard Seminaire, there was no sign of a Mr. Palmer, but there was the dead body of Charles Marais. It was not, I assure you, a pretty sight.
So what? Mr. Droste's already told you he's never heard of Mary. Hey, listen, what's all this about?
Wait a moment, McCall. Forgive me, old man. Perhaps I'm a little dense, but why are you telling me this?
Because we want you to know the facts.
The police haven't finished with you, Droste. There'll be a lot more questions.
Mr. Droste's not frightened of the police.
Why should I be?
No. Well, supposing the police believe your wife was in love with Charles Marais, that you came to Paris with the intention of murdering both your wife and her lover, that your first attempt was at the Café Renoir, but having missed Marais at the café, you made a second and successful attempt at his flat.
Is that what the police really think?
It's a possibility you've got to face.
Well, what would your answer be to such an accusation?
There is only one possible answer. The truth. You're quite right, Temple. I didn't come to Paris on business. I came to find my wife and to try and reason with her.
Shut up. Don't be a fool,
It's all right, McCall. It's all right. I know what I'm saying. Look, you've been very frank with me, and now I'm going to be equally frank with you. Yesterday, my wife told me that she was in love with Mary, and that she wanted a divorce. Before I had time to discuss the matter, she walked out of the flat. Well, McCall and I decided to come to Paris and try to persuade her to change her mind.
Is that true, McCall?
Yeah, sure it's true. We came to Paris to find Mrs. Droste and shake some sense into this character Mary, but we just couldn't find the guy.
We tried to find his private address, Sir Graham, but unfortunately, or fortunately perhaps, we were unsuccessful.
I see.
McCall?
Yeah?
Have you seen this cigarette lighter before?
Yeah, seen one like it.
Are you sure it isn't yours?
Sure, I'm sure. Why, I got mine right here in my pocket.
Well?
Oh, that's funny. I could have sworn. Say, can I have a look at that lighter?
Certainly. Well?
Is it yours, McCall?
Yes, it is. Where did you get this?
I found it.
Where?
I found it in the flat on the Boulevard Seminaire. It was lying by the body of Charles Murray. Be careful, please. Careful.
Now, Paul, don't be stupid. I've got to get this plaster off your arm.
Yes, darling, but you don't have to pull it off.
Now, that's precisely what I do have to do. The doctor said the best thing was to get hold of the plaster and give it a very quick tug.
It's my arm, remember, not the doctor's.
Now then.
Oh, stop.
Well, really, Paul, I hardly touched you.
Hardly touch me, ye God.
If this was one of your novels, the detective would be sitting back with a firm, determined expression on his face, and he wouldn't flinch an inch.
Well, this isn't one of my novels, so just remove the plaster, my sweet. And if you can manage to leave just a particle of skin, I should be very grateful.
Now, look. Does that hurt?
Yes.
I haven't touched you.
It's subconscious.
Subconscious, my foot. Lean back.
What?
Lean back.
No.
There.
Oh.
It's off.
Oh.
You never felt a thing.
Oh, no. Well, would you mind passing my dressing gown, Miss Nightingale?
Poor darling.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Charlie?
Inspector Eden's here, sir.
Oh, hello, Inspector. Come in.
Thank you.
Hello, Inspector.
Afternoon, Mrs. Temple. Did you have a nice trip back?
The arm was a bit troublesome, but apart from that, excellent.
Yes, I was sorry to hear about your arm. I hope it's going along all right.
I'm in very good hands, Inspector.
I'm sure.
Tell me, have you heard from Sir Graham?
He was on the phone about an hour ago. He's due back tonight.
I suppose he told you all the news.
Yes. Incidentally, the French people have released Droste and McCall.
Oh?
You thought they'd hold them?
Yes.
Well, apparently the actual time of the Murray murder has been established, and both Droste and McCall have produced an alibi. I gather it's pretty foolproof, or the French police wouldn't have released them.
And the cigarette lighter?
Well, according to Sir Graham, McCall still can't account for the lighter.
Ah.
Oh, I brought the doll. I believe you'd like to give it back to Mrs. Desmond.
If you've no objection, Inspector.
No, we've no objections. We've finished with it at the yard.
Good. Now, tell me about Miss Millicent.
There's not a great deal to tell. She was picked out of the Thames at 4 o'clock on Tuesday morning. According to Dr. Gillespie, she'd been dead the best part of a week.
Was she murdered?
Gillespie won't commit himself. There aren't any signs of violence. On the other hand...
How did she get into the water in the first place?
Exactly.
Who identified the body?
Shelly did. He was staying at Marlow, and we sent for him as soon as the body was discovered. After you left for Paris, I had a word with him. As a matter of fact, he came along to the yard with the note he was supposed to have received from Miss Millicent.
Yes, I know.
We checked the note, made the usual tests, and were convinced it was genuine. But, of course, it can't be. Not if Gillespie is right, and Miss Millicent's been dead the best part of a week.
Was the note dated?
No.
Then how do you know that it wasn't written before she died and posted later?
Because, in the first place, it wasn't posted. It was delivered by hand.
Oh.
And in the second place, the ink tests show that it was written about 24 hours before Shelly received it.
What's your opinion of Shelly, Inspector?
Oh, he's a very excitable type. A bit eccentric.
Would you trust him?
I don't know. I should imagine he's quite unreliable. For one thing, he's always chopping and changing.
How do you mean?
Well, in the past 10 years, he's been an actor, a professional dancer, and believe it or not, a dress designer.
Does he do well out of this Mother's Help Bureau, or whatever he calls it?
Well, he must do fairly well. He seems to get about quite a lot, and he's got this cottage down at Marlow. I should imagine he's got a private income.
Yes.
Temple, I've been meaning to ask...
Yes, Charlie?
Mr. Palmer there, Mrs. Desmond. I popped them into the drawing room. Was that okay?
Yes, that's all right, Charlie.
Okay, Mrs. T, okay.
Were you expecting Palmer?
Yes, he's called for the doll.
Do you mind if I have a word with him?
No, of course not. Come along, Inspector.
Very good of you to let us have the doll back, Inspector. We're most grateful.
That's all right. We've finished with it at the yard. There's no reason why the child shouldn't have it.
Susan will be delighted when she sees it, won't she, Tim?
Yes, delighted.
How is Susan?
Oh, she's splendid. But I'm sure she's been missing this silly little thing.
Yes, it's funny how children get attached to things, isn't it?
Yes.
I remember when I was a kid, I had a kangaroo. I used to call it Corky. We were quite inseparable.
I know I've asked you this before, Mrs. Desmond, but you're quite sure this is the same doll?
Quite sure.
Mr. Palmer, tell me, do you know Marlow well?
Marlow?
Yes, you know, on the Thames near Maidenhead.
I've been there several times.
Recently?
No, not recently.
Isn't that where you found Miss Millicent?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Well, I can assure you that you know a great deal more about the murder than we do, Inspector. We didn't even know that Miss Millicent had been found until we read about it. Isn't that so, Mary?
Yes, of course.
It hasn't yet been established that Miss Millicent was murdered.
What do you mean?
Well, she was drowned, of course, but whether...
But of course she was murdered. She must have been because...
Go on, Mrs. Desmond.
Why, if she wasn't murdered, what else could have happened?
She might have committed suicide.
You mean she kidnapped the baby, suddenly realized what she'd done, returned the child, and then committed suicide?
Yes.
Well, it's a possibility, I suppose.
Then why was the doll delivered to the Commodore Club? Why did Queenie Edward go down to Marlow? And who is this mysterious Mr. Vandyke?
What do you mean, who is this mysterious Mr. Vandyke?
Well, Mrs. Desmond had a phone call from someone called Vandyke the night Miss Millicent and the baby disappeared. Don't you remember?
Yes, but you don't attach any significance to that, surely.
We attach a great deal of significance to it. And there's something else we attach a great deal of significance to as well.
What?
This glove.
Forgive me if I'm a little dense, but I don't quite see the point.
Well, you made a call that Mrs. Desmond dropped this glove the night that the baby...
I did?
Yes.
But surely there's some mistake. That's not one of my gloves.
Oh, now, Mrs. Desmond, please.
When did Mary drop that glove?
The night the baby was returned. Don't you remember? You saw us outside the flat. We just got back from Marlow.
I remember seeing you outside the flat, and I remember ringing you up about a glove that Mary had lost, but that's not the one.
How do you know it isn't?
Because just after I phoned you, she found her glove. It was in the car all the time, down by the side of the seat.
Palmer, you don't expect me to believe that?
I don't see that it's awfully important whether you believe it or not. It happens to be the truth.
Look here, Palmer. There's a tab inside this glove. It's got the address of the shop where it was bought.
Well?
The address is 73 Rue Saint-Lazare, Paris.
But I've never been to Paris.
Have you been to Paris, Mr. Palmer?
Yes, of course I have. Several times. As a matter of fact, the last time I was there, I stayed in the Rue Saint-Lazare. Hotel Licorne. But I didn't buy Mrs. Desmond a pair of gloves, if that's what you're thinking.
Mrs. Desmond.
Yes?
Would you mind trying on the glove?
No, of course I wouldn't. Provided I can get it on. It looks rather small to me.
Well?
It's hopeless.
Oh, it's far too small. I can't possibly get it on.
Well, are you satisfied, Mr. Temple?
Oh, Paul, you spilled some coffee on the tablecloth.
It's a wonder I haven't spilled it all over my suit. The bandage is far too tight.
Now, the doctor said...
He doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm taking this thing off this afternoon, Steve, doctor or no doctor.
You really are the limit when you've got anything the matter with you. Yeah. Look, tell me. Do you think Mrs. Desmond is telling the truth? Do you think that was her glove?
Yes, of course it was.
Well, then why on earth didn't it fit her?
For the simple reason... Oh, I say, isn't Charlie in?
As far as I know, he is.
Then why on earth doesn't he answer the door?
He's probably in the kitchen.
He's probably asleep.
Oh, you are in a mood this morning. It's all right, I'll answer it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is Mr. Temple in, please?
Yes, he's in.
My name is Shelly. Do you think I could have a word with Mr. Temple?
Well,
I know it's frightfully annoying having callers at this time of the day, but it is important.
well, won't you come in, Mr. Shelly?
Oh, thank you very much, Mrs. Temple. It is Mrs. Temple, isn't it?
Well, it had better be at this time of the morning.
Oh.
Hello, Shelley. You're up nice and early.
Oh, it's very naughty of me to call round at this time, I know, but I did so want to have a word with you. Hello, have you had an accident?
What? Oh, yes. My wife bit me.
Oh.
Now sit down, have some coffee, and tell me what it's all about.
Oh, thanks. Well, you know that note I received, the one that was supposed to have been written by Miss Millicent?
Yes.
Well, the police say it was genuine.
But you said it was genuine.
Yes, I know, but I'm not an expert.
I was talking to Inspector Eden about that note, Shelley.
Eden?
And he...
Well, really, he's the end. Well, the man's an imbecile.
Take my advice and don't underestimate Inspector Eden. He's a very shrewd man.
You know, Mr. Shelley, although that note wasn't written by Miss Millicent, you can't dismiss it as being completely unimportant. After all, it did reveal the identity of the murdered man. The man at Marlow, I mean.
I don't dismiss the note as being unimportant, Mrs. Temple. On the contrary. But why, for goodness sake, was it sent to me?
Isn't it obvious why?
To me, it isn't.
The person who wrote that note considered you an important character in this affair and thought it worthwhile to send you a friendly warning. Now, what was it the note said?
The man you met at Marlow, the man who called himself Baker, was Harry DeWolf. Let that be a warning, Mr. Shelley.
Yes.
Yes, but a warning against what? It isn't as if I knew that fellow, the one that was murdered. I'd never set eyes on him until I bumped into him at the Wordsworth.
Shelley, supposing we get to the point. What exactly did you want to see me about?
Well, you'll probably think this is rather ridiculous, but when I realized that Miss Millicent couldn't have written that note, I began to wonder if the whole thing was some kind of practical joke.
Why should it be a practical joke?
Well, I've got a friend, Marion Faber.
The artist?
Yes. Do you know Marion?
No, but I've heard of her. She's a well-known portrait painter.
That's right.
Didn't Miss Faber dine with you the night you invited Baker, or rather the Wolf, to teach you canasta?
Yes, that's right. She was at the cottage when Baker phoned to say he couldn't make it.
Well, go on.
Well, you see, Marion's a darling, really, but she has a most malicious sense of humour, and she adores practical jokes.
You're surely not suggesting that she sent you that note as a practical joke?
Yes, it's just the sort of thing she would do. Besides, she knew I was worried about the Miss Millicent business.
Yes, but what makes you think Miss Faber could copy Miss Millicent's handwriting?
Oh, Marion could do that all right. As a matter of fact, that's what put the whole idea into my head.
Oh?
She used to do that sort of thing at parties. Copy people's handwriting, I mean. She really is astonishingly good.
Yes, but how could she get hold of a sample of Miss Millicent's handwriting?
And how did she happen to know the identity of the dead man, the Wolf?
Exactly, Steve.
Oh, dear. Oh, I'm afraid I never thought of that.
Where does Miss Faber live? At Marlow?
No, she's got a bungalow at Bourne End. A lovely place. She's disgustingly rich.
I think it might be a good idea if I had a word with her.
Oh, I doubt it will get much help from her. The only time Marion feels like talking is when she's painting. And then she certainly can natter.
All right. I'll make an appointment for a sitting. She can paint me and talk to me at the same time.
Oh, I'm sure you'll make a lovely oil painting, darling, especially with your arm in a sling.
Oh, Lord, I'd forgotten that.
Mr. Temple, may I make a suggestion?
Yes, of course.
Why not let Mrs. Temple see Marion? I feel sure that she'd get a great deal more out of her than anyone else.
Thank you, Mr. Shelley.
Yes. No, I think you're right, Shelley. That's quite an idea. Quite an idea.
Mrs. Temple?
Yes?
Oh, I'm Miss Faber's chauffeur.
Oh, yes.
Miss Faber asked me to meet the train.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of her.
Have you any luggage?
No.
Oh, well, the car's over there, Mrs. Temple. Just through the gate.
Oh, thank you.
If you will just follow me.
How far is it from here?
Oh, it's about 4 miles, but it's rather difficult to find if you haven't been down here before.
Well, I'm very glad Miss Faber sent the car. I should probably have caught the wrong bus or walked in the opposite direction or something. Seems to be quite a habit of mine these days.
Here we are, madam. I'll move those paths up the back seat, and then you can get in.
Well, that's all right. I can sit in the front.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Temple.
By the way, haven't I seen you before somewhere?
I don't think so, madam.
What is your name?
France, madam. Louis France.
Strange. I could have sworn I'd seen you before somewhere.
Oh, just a moment, madam. Didn't you stay at the Wordsworth Hotel at Marlow about a week ago?
Yes, that's right. My husband and I were down there for the weekend.
That's where you saw me, Mrs. Temple. You were sitting in the lounge with Mr. Temple. I delivered a message to the manager, Mr. McCall.
Oh, yes, I remember. I knew I'd seen you before.
You're one of those people who never forget a face.
Well, oddly enough, it's usually voices I remember, not faces. How do you close this door?
You have to bang it, madam. Allow me.
Oh, thank you. How much further have we to go?
About 1.5 miles.
Do we drive by the river all the way?
Yes.
It seems a very long 4 miles.
Oh, it's probably nearer 5 from the station. We always reckon about 20 minutes. When we get around the next bend, you'll see the cottage on the top of the hill.
The cottage?
Yes, madam.
Miss Faber's cottage?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you had a bungalow.
No, madam. A cottage.
I see.
It's one of those, what do you call it, Judah cottages with a thatched roof. Thatched, is that the right word?
Yes, that's near enough. How long have you worked for Miss Faber, Franz?
Oh, nearly 2 years now.
And before that?
Oh, before that I was all over the place.
Abroad?
Yes, abroad.
Which part?
Oh, Zurich, Copenhagen, Oslo, you know, places like that.
Paris?
No, I have never worked in Paris.
Have you been there?
No, never.
I think you have.
What do you mean?
You've been to Paris, all right. As a matter of fact, you've been to Paris quite recently.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Café Benoit. Now, don't tell me you don't remember the Café Benoit.
I don't understand what you mean.
Don't you? I'm surprised, Mr. Franz. Don't you remember a rather disreputable individual selling newspapers and pretty postcards? Oh, come, surely. Just think. Well?
You recognized my voice?
Yes, of course.
I knew you would. I told Vandyke you would. I knew you'd recognize my voice.
Now, listen. I don't know what your game is, but don't be a fool. Stop the car.
Take your hands off the wheel.
You've heard what I said, Franz. Don't be a fool. Stop the car before it's too late.
Take your hands off the wheel.
I'm going to give you one more chance, and if you don't stop this car...
Take your hands off the wheel. Do you hear what I say?
Stop it! Stop the car!
You stupid little fool. All right, you ask for it.
Oh, why, you nasty little brute.
For heaven's sake, be careful or we'll turn the car over.
I'll teach you to strike me.
Take your hands off the wheel. Look out!
You've been listening to the 5th episode of the Francis Durbridge serial, Paul Temple and the Vandyke Affair, with Kim Peacock as Paul Temple and Marjorie Westbury as Steve. Sir Graham Forbes was played by Lester Mudditt, Dr. Foy by Robert Alban, Philip Droste by Roger Delgado. Bill McCall, Tommy Duggan, Charlie, Michael Harding, Inspector Eden, Donald Gray, Terry Palmer, Peter Cook, Mary Desmond, Joan Hart, Roger Shelley, Richard Herndl, Louis France, Olaf Olsen, telephone operator Betty Bascom. The production was by Martin C. Webster.
We present Kim Peacock as Paul Temple and Marjorie Westbury as Steve in the 6th episode of the Francis Durbridge serial, Paul Temple and the Vandyke Affair. Episode 6, Suspect Number 1.
stop the car.
Keep your hands off the wheel. Do you hear what I say?
Stop it, I say. Stop this car.
You stupid little fool. Oh, you asked for it.
Oh, you nasty little brute. You...
For heaven's sake, be careful. You'll turn the car over.
I'll teach you to strike me.
Take your hands off the wheel. No. Look out!
Mrs. Temple, I can't swim. Help! Mrs. Temple, help me. For heaven's sake, help me.
Help! Help! Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to get someone. Help! Help! There's a car coming now. Hold on.
Oh, look who it is.
Mrs. Temple, what
Why,
happened?
you're wet through. Did the steering column break?
No, it's nothing like that.
Is that your husband in the river?
No, it's a man called Louis France. He was trying.
Say, he's in real trouble.
He can't swim. Do something, somebody quick.
You're darn right he can't swim.
He's panicking.
He sure is. Hey, hold this jacket. Look after Mrs. Temple. I'm going to look after that guy in the water.
Are you all right, Mrs. Temple?
Yes, sir. All right.
Lucky that we should meet like this.
I'm glad we did.
McCall and I were driving down to the Wordsworth. Look, I think you better come with us, Mrs. Temple.
Yes, I think I had better. Is it near here?
It's about 2 miles.
And oughtn't we to be helping Mr. McCall?
Oh, don't worry, Mrs. Temple. He'll manage. He's a first-class swimmer.
Oh.
Where were you going when this happened?
I was going to see Marion Faber.
The artist?
Yes, and that man in the river called himself Louis France met me at the station. He said he was her chauffeur. And I recognized him almost at once. He was the man in Paris who was responsible for the bomb explosion at the Café Benoit.
But Mrs. Temple, are you sure this is the same man?
I'm absolutely sure. Oh, I recognized his voice.
Look, you're still shivering a lot. Here, put this around your shoulders.
Thank you.
Oh, here's McCall. What happened?
It was no use. He was in such a state there was nothing I could do. I tried to save him, but he just wouldn't help me. He was dead when I got him out of the water.
Dead?
If you want my opinion, he died from shock more than anything else. Oh, Droste, you better drive down to the police station, mention my name, and ask for Sergeant Garring, will you?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Temple. I did my best.
I'm sure you did.
Was he a friend of yours?
No, he wasn't.
Mrs. Temple had an appointment with Marion Faber.
The artist?
Yes. And that fellow met her at the station and passed himself off as Miss Faber's chauffeur.
What do you mean? Isn't he Miss Faber's chauffeur?
No, his name's Louis Franz. And according to Mrs. Temple, he was the man responsible for the bomb outrage.
You mean at the Café Benoit?
Yes.
You're almost as bad as your husband, Mrs. Temple. Things certainly happen to you, don't they?
Yes.
But say, if this character was responsible for the bomb outrage, why did he meet you at the station?
I don't know, unless... Oh, by the way, Mr. McCall, he said that he knew you.
Knew me?
Yes.
But I've never seen the man before.
He said he delivered a message to you at the Wordsworth about a week ago.
Not to me, didn't...
Really?
No, don't look at me like that, Mrs. Temple.
Like what?
You're looking at me as if you don't believe a word I say.
Oh, I don't mean to.
That's okay. I don't mind whether you believe me or not.
You've never seen him before?
That's right, Mr. Droste. It's as simple as that. I've never seen him before.
Miss Faber?
Yes?
My name's Paul Temple. I believe my wife had an appointment with you this afternoon.
She did, 3:30. The next time your wife makes an appointment and fails to keep it, Mr. Temple, I should be grateful if she would telephone me.
I can assure you she would have been here on time, Miss Faber, but she had an accident.
An accident?
Yes. A man called Louis France met my wife at the station, told her he was your chauffeur, and offered to drive her here.
What? But that's nonsense. I haven't got a chauffeur.
Quite. Unfortunately, my wife was under the impression you had. Now, if you'd like to hear what happened this afternoon, perhaps you'd ask me in. Hardly the sort of story I can tell standing on a doorstep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do come in.
Thank you.
I've been in rather a bad mood all day. My work went to pieces this morning, and then this afternoon when your wife didn't turn up,
Yes, I know. But no need to apologize, Miss Faber. I know that sort of day only too well. My wife went back to the hotel with Droste and Bill McCall. They phoned through to the flat, and I motored down from town.
Where's your wife now?
She's still at the Wordsworth. I left her there when I came round to talk to you.
What was this man like, who pretended to be my chauffeur?
He was about 30, I believe. Tall, dark, good-looking, spoke with an accent.
And you say his name was Louis France?
According to the papers we found on him, yes.
Well, I just can't imagine who he is. I certainly don't know anyone called France.
It's my opinion he worked for a man called Vandyke. Does that convey anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone called Vandyke.
I see. Will you, have a cigarette?
No, thank you. I don't smoke.
Do you mind if I do?
No, of course not.
I understand Roger Shelley's a friend of yours.
Yes, I've known him for some time.
Didn't you dine with him the night that man, DeWolf, was murdered?
I did.
Was DeWolf a friend of yours?
Of course not. I never saw him.
But he was a friend of Roger Shelley, eh?
Maybe, but that doesn't necessarily make him a friend of mine. And in any case, he wasn't a friend of Shelley's. Roger just met him at the Wordsworth and invited him to dinner.
And you never actually saw him?
No.
I see. Miss Faber, when my wife made that appointment to see you, what was your reaction?
Reaction? What do you mean?
Did you believe she only wanted to have her portrait painted?
Oh, why shouldn't I? I'm an artist. I paint portraits. And I understand your wife is a very good-looking woman.
Didn't it occur to you she might be coming down here because I wanted certain information from you?
No, it didn't. What information are you talking about?
Shelley tells me you have rather an unusual sense of humor.
It depends what you mean by unusual.
I understand that you, what shall we say, go in for practical jokes.
Are you suggesting that I played a practical joke on Mrs. Temple this afternoon? That I sent that man down to the station?
No, I'm not suggesting anything of the kind.
Well, what are you suggesting?
That you sent Shelley a note, a threatening note, apparently written by Miss Millicent.
Well, what if I did? He was asking to have his leg pulled. Every time one met him, he did nothing but talk about the Millicent affair. It isn't as if he knew the woman very well. I don't suppose he'd spoken to her more than half a dozen times. I met him in Regent Street one afternoon. He'd just been to Scotland Yard. He was full of it. He said he was desperately worried, but it was obvious that he was enjoying every minute of it. Well, we gave him something to worry about.
We?
Oh, that note wasn't entirely my idea. A friend of mine, and Roger's, told me exactly what to write and gave me a letter of Miss Millicent so that I could copy the handwriting.
Well, your friend seems to have been very well informed. He knew DeWolf's identity before Scotland Yard did. Who is this friend of yours, Miss Faber?
I'm sorry, I can't tell you.
You mean you won't tell me?
If you like.
Why?
Because I don't want to get anyone into trouble.
My dear Miss Faber, you'll get a great many people into trouble, including yourself, if you withhold information from the police. Now, don't be stupid. Who gave you the Miss Millicent letter? Who told you what to put in that note to Roger Shelley?
I'm sorry, I can't tell you.
I don't know whether you realize the seriousness of this.
But I've told you. The whole thing was a practical joke. And the sooner it's forgotten, the better. In any case, I don't doubt the police know all there is to know about DeWolf without dragging my friend or anyone else into it.
You may be a very good artist, Miss Faber, but if you don't mind my saying so, you're a very stupid woman.
What do you mean?
Why do you think I'm here? Just because I'm curious about a threatening note sent to a silly young man like Roger Shelley? Because I want to get to the bottom of one of your practical jokes? I'm here because I'm determined to find out the identity of Mr. Vandyke.
But I've already told you. I've never heard of anyone called Vandyke.
I think you have. I think you've heard a great deal about Vandyke. I also think you know a great deal more about the Miss Millicent affair than you'd like to admit. You know where they found her, don't you? In the river, about 2 miles from here.
Well, what does that prove? I'm not the only person who lives round here, you know. There's Roger Shelley, for instance. He's got a cottage not far from where they found Miss Millicent. And there's Mr. McCall at the Wordsworth, and Mr. Droste. He's quite a frequent visitor to these parts.
You know, for a person who's never heard of Mr. Vandyke and knows very little about the Miss Millicent affair, you seem to be very well acquainted with the principal characters in the story, Miss Faber.
I can see you're quite convinced I'm a double-dyed villain, Mr. Temple. Or should I say villainess? And I'm sure nothing I can say will convince you otherwise.
On the contrary, I think you're just being stupid, Miss Faber.
Because I won't tell you who my friend is.
Oh, we shall find that out sooner or later. Oh, would you mind passing in my cigarette case? I left it on the table there.
I'm sorry if you think I've been difficult. I hope that next time we meet, you'll be able to take a more favorable view of me.
I hope so, too.
Here's your cigarette case.
Thank you.
Tell me, just out of curiosity, what's the point of the cigarette case? To get my fingerprints?
Yes.
Oh, but you should have asked me. I should have been delighted to oblige.
You're not as stupid as I thought.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, by the way.
Yes?
I did see the photograph of Terry Palmer in the hall. You did intend me to see it, didn't you? Goodbye.
Hello, darling.
Oh, hello, Steve. I've been looking all over the place for you. Are you ready?
Yes, but I promised we'd give Mr. Droste a lift into town. He's flying back to Paris on the night plane.
Oh, where is he? Is he ready?
Well, he's on the phone to Paris now, but he'll be in a moment or two. How's your arm, dear?
Oh, fine. Well, don't worry about me. How are you feeling? That's more to the point.
Well, I certainly feel better than I did. I've had a wonderful bath, and I must say, Droste in the call was very decent.
Good.
Hello, you're looking excited about something. What's happened?
I saw Miss Faber. Although she said she knew nothing about the chauffeur, she certainly knew something about that note.
The one that Shelly received?
Yes. She sent it to him as a practical joke.
Yes, but who told her about the wolf? And how was she able to copy Miss Millicent's handwriting?
The same person who told her about the wolf supplied her with a letter of Miss Millicent.
Did she tell her who it was?
No, she didn't. But I've got a pretty good idea. Oh, 8 o'clock. I wish Droste would hurry up.
Why are you in such a hurry?
Because when I've dropped you at the flat, I want to drive out to Roehampton.
Now, you're not driving anywhere. You know you oughtn't to be using that arm. I'll take you there. But why Roehampton, for goodness sake?
Because that's where Terry Palmer lives.
Oh?
When he's not with Mrs. Desmond. I want to have a word with that young man.
Do you think it was Palmer, then? Here's Droste. Oh, something's happened, Paul.
Thank you, Temple, but there's no need to take me back to town. I'm going back with McCall.
Oh?
Yes, we've had a spot of trouble at the Commodore, and the manager's been taken ill. I want McCall to take charge there, for the time being at any rate.
I see.
Is there any news from Paris?
Yes.
Bad news?
My wife died this afternoon.
Oh, I'm very sorry, Mr. Droste.
Did she regain consciousness?
No, apparently not. No, will you excuse me? I've got 1 or 2 arrangements to make, and I don't want to miss that plane.
No, of course. Goodbye, Droste.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Droste.
Goodbye, Mrs. Temple.
Come along, Steve.
Hi, hello, Temple.
Hello, Palmer. May I come in?
Yes, of course. Do sit down.
Am I disturbing you?
No, not a bit. I finished an article and I was just going to help myself to a whiskey. Will you join me?
Oh, thanks very much. Sounds an excellent idea.
Would you like water?
Prefer soda if you've got it.
Yes, of course.
How's Mrs. Desmond?
She's not too good, I'm afraid. She still seems awfully on edge. The Miss Millicent business has played the very devil with her nerves, and I don't think she's sleeping too well.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is she still down at Eastbourne?
No, she came back to town this morning, although I believe the baby's still there. Oh, here's your drink.
Oh, thanks.
Well, cheers.
Go. Palmer?
Yes?
Do you mind if I ask you a rather personal question?
No, of course not. Far ahead.
What exactly is your relationship with Mrs. Desmond?
We're Very good friends.
Is that all?
Yes, that's all. Unfortunately. Is there anything else you'd like to know?
Look, Palmer, I don't want you to get the wrong impression about this. I'm not interested in your private life as such. It's entirely your own affair.
Oh, I'm glad.
I asked you the question because it might quite possibly have a bearing on this Vandyke case.
How can my private life possibly have any bearing on the Vandyke case?
Let me be the judge of that. Tell me, how well do you know Mrs. Desmond?
Well, I met Mary several years ago, when her husband was alive. I fell in love with her the first time I saw her. When John Desmond died, I did everything for her, everything I possibly could. Since then, I've made a point of proposing to her twice a week, usually on Thursdays and Fridays. She rejects my proposals with monotonous regularity.
I should try Mondays and Wednesdays. You might have better luck. I didn't come here to talk to you about Mrs. Desmond.
Well, what did you come here to talk to me about?
Palmer, tell me, how long have you known Marion Faber?
Marion Faber?
Yes. You do know her, don't you?
Why, yes, of course, but...
Well, how long have you known her?
I should say about 2 years, that's all.
Is she a very good friend of yours?
What do you mean?
Well, is she?
No, she's not. She's not a friend of mine at all.
Oh, really? You've known her for 2 years, but she's not a friend of yours.
That's right.
Well, that does surprise me. Really surprises me.
Why should it surprise you?
I don't know whether you've been to her bungalow recently or not.
No, I haven't.
But if you go, Palmer, you'll see your photograph in the hall opposite the door. You can't possibly miss it.
My photograph?
That's right. It's a very good one. You're wearing a dark suit.
Oh, yes.
And...
Yes, I know the photograph you mean, all right.
Did you give it to Miss Faber?
Yes.
When?
About 2 years ago.
Oh, she must have been a very good friend of yours then, judging from the inscription. To Marion with all my love.
Why are you interested in Marion Faber?
For a variety of reasons, but I'll give you one, Palmer.
Do.
Miss Faber admits she sent a note to Roger Shelley, and it was written exactly as Miss Millicent would have written it.
Well?
Well, the same person who provided the sample of Miss Millicent's handwriting also dictated the contents of the note.
And you think I am that person?
Aren't you?
Look, before we discuss anything else, let's get my relationship with Marion Faber straightened out.
By all means.
2 years ago, I did a series of articles on modern art. Frankly, it's a subject I know very little about. That's probably why the magazine commissioned me to do the series.
Yes.
Anyway, I got a friend to introduce me to Marion Faber. I knew she was a well-known portrait painter and had pretty definite views on contemporary art. Well, Marion was awfully good. She helped me no end as far as the articles were concerned, but unfortunately, she turned out to be rather possessive and... Well, damn it all, Temple, you're a man of the world. I don't have to explain.
I see. When was the last time you saw her?
About 6 or 7 months ago.
And you haven't seen her since?
Not to speak to. I saw her in the restaurant about a month ago, but fortunately she didn't see me. Now, to get back to your question. I did not provide Marion Faber or anyone else with a letter of Miss Millicent's. I did not dictate or send a note to Roger Shelley.
But you knew Shelley had received a note?
Yes. There was a paragraph in one of the papers which said he'd had a threatening letter. It didn't say what it was about or who'd sent it.
Palmer, tell me, when you first discovered Miss Millicent worked for Shelley, did you realize it was the same Shelley Miss Faber was friendly with?
I didn't know that Marion was friendly with Shelley. Not until you told me.
Didn't she ever mention him?
No. I never heard of Shelley until Miss Millicent told Mary that she was going to work for him.
Have you met Shelley?
Yes. I met him at Scotland Yard about a week ago. Inspector Eden introduced us.
I see.
Well, any more questions? Or is the quiz program over for this evening?
Not quite over. Just one more question.
Well?
I'm a novelist, Palmer. I write detective stories.
Yes, I know. I've read them. They're very good.
Thank you. Well, if I was writing this story of Miss Millicent and the mysterious Mr. Vandyke, do you know what I should call you, Palmer?
No.
I should call you Suspect Number 1.
Suspect Number 1?
Yes.
Why? Why would you call me that? Just because I didn't tell you that Marion Faber was a friend of mine? Just because the cloakroom attendant at the Commodore lied to you about the attaché case? You know, Temple, for a famous detective writer, you're really remarkably stupid, aren't you?
Stupid?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
No, that's all right. Go ahead. Tell me, why exactly am I stupid?
No, really, it was darn rude. I do apologize.
No, please, tell me.
Well, surely you of all people ought to know that Suspect Number 1 never turns out to be the villain.
There are exceptions, Palmer. There are exceptions.
Charlie can take the car round to the garage.
Yes, all right. Hello.
What is it?
Look who's here. Roger Shelly.
Oh. It looks as if he's going up to the flat.
Yes. Shelly. Shelly.
He's heard you.
Right, Timothy looks in the flat, doesn't he? Hello, Shelly. Were you just going up to our flat?
Yes, I wanted to talk to you. Oh, good evening, Mrs. Temple. I'm so sorry. I'm afraid I didn't notice you. I'm in such a state. I don't know whether I'm coming or going.
Is anything wrong, Mr. Shelly?
I've had the most devastating experience.
Why, what's happened?
You know that note I received? The one I thought was a practical joke?
Yes.
Well, I was wrong. Quite wrong. It wasn't a joke after all.
Really?
I don't think you understand. That note was a threat. A genuine threat. You see, someone tried to murder me.
Somebody tried to murder you?
Yes.
When?
About an hour ago. I got home from the office at about 8:30. I'd had a fairly heavy day, and I wasn't feeling too good, so I went up to my bedroom, took a couple of aspirins, and lay down on the bed.
Go on.
Well, I suppose I must have been dozing when I heard a noise. I glanced towards the window, and to my horror, I realized that a man had climbed the balcony and was actually in the room.
Did you recognize him?
No, I didn't. You see, the light was out, and I couldn't see very clearly, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't anyone I'd seen before. I was petrified. It was just as if my body had turned to stone.
Then what happened?
Well, I watched him come closer and closer to the bed. He thought I was asleep. Then I saw him take something from his pocket. I couldn't see what it was, not at first.
What was it?
It was one of those squat little knives with a razor blade.
Oh.
Suddenly I remembered Queenie Edwards. I remembered your telling me what she looked like after they...
What did you do?
There was only one thing I could do. I went for him. Oh, he must have thought I was stark, staring mad. I shouted, I kicked, I scratched, I fought like a demon. In the end, he realized that the game was up and he made a dash for it.
It must have been a very nasty experience.
Oh, it was horrible, Mrs. Temple. Frankly, I'm exhausted. Mentally and physically exhausted.
What was he like, this man?
He was tall, about your build, I suppose. Oh, but I haven't the slightest idea what he looked like.
Have you told the police?
No, not yet, but I intend to. Oh, incidentally, I found this Temple. It was on the floor near the bed.
What is it?
It's a small buckle. I think I must have pulled it off his wristwatch while we were struggling.
Are you sure it isn't yours?
Quite sure. What shall I do? Give it to the police?
No, I'll take care of this. What are you going to do now? Go back to your flat?
Oh, no, I couldn't possibly go back to the flat. I'm going to friends. They've been very sweet and offered to put me up for the night. I shall probably go down to Marlow tomorrow.
Yes, well, I'll have a word with the aunt about this, Shelly. Meanwhile, take care of yourself.
Well, I'll try, but really... Good night, Mrs. Temple.
Good night, Mr. Shelly. Oh, do you think Shelly was telling the truth?
Yes, I do. He certainly looks as if he's been in a fight.
Any messages, Charlie? Yes, Mrs. Desmond phoned. As a matter of fact, she's phoned 2 or 3 times.
Mrs. Desmond?
That's right. She said she wanted to see you. Blimey, she'd enough down in a stew.
Is she phoning again?
Well, I don't know. She said she was speaking from the Commodore Club. I think she wants you to go round there.
What, to the Commodore?
Yeah.
What do you mean you think she wants me to go round there?
Well, she seemed so ed up, it was difficult to understand half of what she was talking about. When I said you wasn't in, she said, tell Mr. Temple it's urgent. I'm at the Commodore Club.
Well, if she phones again, Charlie, tell her we're on our way.
Okie doke. Come on, Steve.
I don't see any sign of Mrs. Desmond.
I wonder if she's upstairs. I believe there's a ladies' lounge on the first floor.
Well, I hardly think she'd wait for us there, darling.
Hello, Mrs. Temple.
Hello.
Hi there, Temple.
Hello, McCall. What are you doing at the Commodore?
Oh, I've taken over. Didn't Mr. Droste tell you?
Oh, yes, of course, I remember. The manager was taken ill or something.
That's right, appendicitis.
Oh.
Acute appendicitis. Well, I suppose you're looking for a Mrs. Desmond.
Why, yes.
Well, she's been expecting you for the last hour or so. Boy, was she in a flat doodle.
Where is she now?
She left about 4 or 5 minutes ago.
Did she say where she was going?
No, I'm afraid she didn't.
Well, I wonder if she's gone to our
Oh,
flat.
that's probably what happened. We may have passed her on the way here.
Yeah, you only just missed her.
Oh, come on, Steve.
Oh, Mr. Temple.
Yes?
This Mrs. Desmond, is she the same person that was mixed up in the Miss Millicent case? The one with the baby girl?
Yes. Why do you ask?
Oh, I just wondered. That's all. Good night.
I thought you parked the car here, Paul.
No, it's just around the corner. We went in the side entrance, remember?
Oh, yes, of course.
Here we are.
I'll drive, Paul. You keep a lookout in case we pass Mrs. Desmond.
Yes, all right. Oh, I haven't got the keys.
All right, I've got it.
Is that your parcel on the back seat?
Where? Oh,
What is it, Steve? What is it?
oh, it's that doll. The doll that was in the attache case.
The doll? Are you sure?
Yes. Oh, Paul,
What's the matter?
covered in blood.
You'll be listening to Kim Peacock as Paul Temple and Marjorie Westbury as Steve in the 6th episode of the Francis Durbridge serial Paul Temple and Vandyke Affair, with Olaf Olsen as Louis Frantz, Roger Delgado as Philip Droste, Tommy Duggan as Bill McCall, Susan Burett as Marion Faber, Peter Cook as Terry Palmer, Richard Herndl as Roger Shelley, and Michael Harding as Charlie. Production was by Martin C. Webster.
We present Kim Peacock as Paul Temple and Marjorie Westbury as Steve in the Francis Durbridge serial Paul Temple and the Vandyke Affair. Episode 7, Steve Entertains.
Here's the car.
I'll drive, Paul.
Yes, all right. Oh, I haven't got the key.
It's all right. I've got it.
Is that your parcel on the back seat?
Oh,
What is it, Steve? What is it?
Paul, it's that doll. The doll that was in the attache case.
The doll? Are you sure?
Yes. Oh, Paul,
What's the matter?
it's covered in blood.
Blood?
Yes, look.
By Timothy, you're right, Steve. Just look at the seat.
It looks as if there's been a fight or something.
Certainly does.
Didn't you lock the car?
No, I didn't.
What do you think has happened?
I don't know. Unless Mrs. Desmond decided to wait. Let me have a look at that doll.
Paul, that's an ambulance.
Oh, which way did it go?
Round to the right.
That's the back of the Commodore Club. Stay here.
Where are you going?
I'm going back to the Commodore, Steve.
Paul. Here's McCall.
Temple, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Temple.
Hello, McCall. What's happened?
Oh, brother, am I glad I caught you. One of the band boys went out for a breath of air. He found Mrs. Desmond up the mews in back of the club. She was beaten up.
Is she badly hurt?
Yeah, she's in a pretty bad way. We sent for an ambulance.
Oh, come along, McCall. Take the car back to the flat, Steve. I'll see you later.
All right. But what shall I do with the doll?
The doll? Where did you get that?
It was in my car.
In your car?
Yes.
That's very odd, isn't it?
Why? Have you seen it before, Mr. McCall?
Yes, of course. It belongs to Mrs. Desmond.
How do you know?
Well, she had it with her. Early in the evening, I mean. She told me she was taking it down to Eastbourne for a little girl, but how on earth did it get into your car?
Paul, don't you see what happened? Mary Desmond must have got tired of waiting and walked out of the club just as we drove up. When she found the car was unlocked, she got in and waited for us.
Yeah, but somebody spotted her and dragged her out. That's just about it, Mrs. Temple. That's just about it.
Yes. Come along, McCall. Hello, Inspector.
Why, hello, Temple.
Hasn't taken you long to get here.
The matron at St. George's is a friend of mine. I was at the hospital when the call came through.
Oh, I see.
It's a nasty business.
Yes, is she badly hurt?
Very badly, I'm afraid. It's a long time since I've seen anything like it.
Is she conscious?
Just about.
Do you think I could see her?
Well...
Actually, I had an appointment with her.
You did?
Yes, that's why I'm here.
Where did you arrange to meet her? At the Commodore Club?
Yes, she phoned 2 or 3 times, but I was out.
Excuse me, Inspector.
Oh, yes, nurse?
We're leaving now.
This is Mr. Temple. He wants to have a word with Mrs. Desmond. Do you think he could travel back with you?
Yes, I think that'll be all right.
Thank you, nurse. I'll see you at the hospital, Inspector.
This
Right.
way, Mrs. Temple.
I got tired of waiting, so I went outside. Then I saw you drive up, but I didn't want to go into the club again, so I went to your car. I meant to wait for you in the car, but he saw me. He saw me.
Who saw you, Mrs. Desmond? Vandyke?
Yes. He dragged me out of the car. He hit me. Don't let him hit me. Please don't let him hit me again.
It's all right, Mrs. Desmond. No one's going to hurt you. We're taking you to the hospital. There's no need to worry. You'll be perfectly all right.
To the hospital? You're taking me to... Who's that? Who's that?
It's me, Mrs. Desmond. Paul Temple. Don't you remember? You wanted to see me.
Temple? Oh, yes. Yes, of course. I sent for you, didn't I? I wanted to tell you about Miss Millicent.
Yes? What about Miss Millicent?
She didn't know what was in the packages. We never told her that she was helping to distribute drugs.
Go on, Mrs. Desmond.
One day she opened one of the packages. It was for Mrs. Droste. When she discovered what it was, she wanted to go to the police. We told her that if she did, we'd say that she was one of us.
Is that why she disappeared? Why she took the child?
Yes. She thought that if she had the child, she could force us to change our mind.
What happened then?
We found her and the baby. Vandyke found her. He sent for Queenie Edwards. He sent for her because he knew that...
That Miss Millicent had confided in her?
Yes. When he discovered that Queenie worked in Madame Flaubert's, he tried to... Oh, my head. Don't touch my head. Please don't touch my head.
I'm afraid she'll have to be kept quiet.
Yes, all right, nurse. Just one more question. Mrs. Desmond, tell me, who is Vandyke?
Vandyke? Vandyke is... Don't let him touch me. Please don't let him touch me, please.
It's all right, Mrs. Desmond. It's all right. There's nothing for you to be frightened of. Just relax. Just relax.
Good morning, sir. Did you ring?
Yes, Charlie. Bring some more marmalade, please.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes, some toast and some butter, Charlie.
Blimey, you know, I've got an appetite this morning. Oh, what about coffee?
No, we're all right for coffee. But I expect Mrs. Temple wants some tea, though.
She's in the kitchen now, making it. Women are funny about tea, aren't they?
They're funny about a great many things, Charlie, but don't let's go into that. Not at this time of the morning.
Okay.
Charlie, I've left the cooker on.
Yes, all right, Mrs. Temple.
Don't let the toast die.
Okie doke.
Oh, Paul, don't eat with your mouth full.
Well, how should I eat them?
I mean, don't... You know perfectly well what I mean, so don't do it. Is that this morning's paper?
Yes.
Can I see it?
Yes. Oh, there's a photograph of Mrs. Desmond on the front page.
Oh, Paul.
Yes, it's pretty gruesome, isn't it?
Oh.
They must have taken her just as she was being got into the ambulance.
It's horrible.
It is indeed. Steve, what are you doing this morning?
Why?
Well, I've got an appointment with Sir Graham at 10 o'clock.
At the yard?
He phoned me about 20 minutes ago. They're going to ask Terry Palmer a few questions. After what happened last night, it's not surprising.
Do you think that Palmer was responsible for what happened?
In other words, is Terry Palmer Mr. Vandyke?
Yes.
That's the leading question. You can bet your bottom dollar on one thing, though. Whoever was responsible was under the impression that Mrs. Desmond was dead.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have left her.
No.
Paul, I think that Vandyke, whoever he is mad.
You think he's a criminal lunatic?
Yes, I do. Don't you? After what happened to Mrs. Desmond and Queenie Edwards, how can one think otherwise?
Vandyke's cruel, sadistic, utterly and completely ruthless, but he's not mad, darling. He's as sane as you and I. Listen, Steve, there's something I want to ask you.
Yes?
Look, I want you to go away for 2 or 3 days into the country.
Why?
Well,
Things are coming to a head, aren't they?
yes, Steve, they are.
Well, I'm not going away.
Darling, I wouldn't ask you to do this. I've never asked you before. We've always been together, but...
Well, why are you asking me now?
Don't you know why? You saw what happened to Queenie Edwards, to Mrs. Desmond.
I'm staying. I'm not going away.
Oh, Steve, now don't let's be stupid about this.
Oh, dear, I am not going away.
All right. But promise me you'll be on your guard.
I do promise, really.
If you receive a message, check it. Doesn't matter who it's from, whether it's from me or Sir Graham or anyone else. Check it and double-check it.
All right, Paul. What happened last night? I was asleep when you got back. Was Mrs. Desmond able to tell you
She
anything?
was in a pretty bad state. By the time we reached the hospital, she'd passed out completely. One thing she did do, though, she cleared up the mystery of Miss Millicent. I always knew she wasn't kidnapped.
Excuse me, sir, but Mr. Shelley would like to see you. I told him you was having breakfast.
Where have you put him, Charlie?
I didn't put him anywhere. Not yet, sir. I know what I'd like to put him.
All right, Charlie. You better ask him in here.
Okay, sir.
What does Shelley want, I wonder?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, he's probably read about Mrs. Desmond.
Yes, unless he's remembered something.
How do you mean?
Don't forget, Mrs. Desmond wasn't the only person to be attacked last night. Someone went for Shelley.
Oh, I wonder.
Don't tell me you doubt Mr. Shelley, darling.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Shelley. Come along in.
Oh, good morning, Mrs. Temple. Good morning, Mr. Temple. Oh, dear. Have I interrupted your breakfast again? Oh, how very upsetting. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's all right, Shelley. Glad to see you. Have some coffee?
Or some tea.
Well, may I? Coffee, please.
How are you feeling this morning?
Oh, I'm all right, really. Just a little stiff after that terrifying experience.
Well, you were very lucky, Shelley. Look what happened to poor Mrs. Desmond.
Why, what do you mean?
Haven't you seen the papers?
No.
Here you are, Mr. Shelley. Read this.
Pour Mr. Shelley out a cup of coffee.
Yes, I will.
Oh, but this is dreadful. Mrs. Desmond. Oh, I can hardly believe it.
Well, there it is, Shelley.
It says here that you were with her. That you went to the hospital with her.
Yes.
Was she conscious?
Part of the time.
Oh, this is dreadful, really dreadful. Mr. Temple, do you think the man who attacked me was the same person that nearly murdered Mrs. Desmond?
Yes, I do.
But why? Why should he attack Mrs. Desmond?
Well, I can understand that, but why should he go for you, Shelley? That's more to the point.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, after all, Mrs. Desmond was mixed up in the Millicent affair. It was her baby that disappeared.
Yes, but I don't see why he's...
Do you know why I went to the Commodore Club last night?
No.
Mrs. Desmond sent me an urgent message asking me to meet her there.
Why?
Because she wanted to tell me about Miss Millicent and about Vandyke.
And did she?
Unfortunately, she was too ill to say much. I'm afraid she still is.
Here's your coffee, Mr. Shelley.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Temple.
I'll pass it, darling. Now, where did I put my lighter, Steve?
I think you put it... Oh, Paul, look out. You'll spill that coffee. Oh, Benny.
Oh, stupid of me. I'm awfully sorry, Shelley.
Oh, that's all right. It's nothing. Really, it's nothing.
Oh, Charlie.
Here's
Charlie.
the napkin.
Oh, thank you.
Look here, you better take your jacket off.
No, really.
Oh, yes,
No,
please.
it's nothing. Don't bother, please.
Oh, darling, I had the coffee in one hand. I was looking for... Oh, look, Shelley, do take your jacket off. I'll have it dry in no time.
Oh, all right.
Did you call, Mr. Temple?
I did, Charlie.
We've had an accident, Charlie. Will you clear this up, please?
Okay.
Come along, Mr. Shelley. We'll go into the drawing room.
Oh, thank
Well, I'll be with you in a moment. Won't take me long to do this.
What about your coffee, sir? Will you take it with you? Or have you had enough?
More than enough. Thank you.
Poor Mr. Shelley.
Here's your jacket, Shelley. I think you'll find it all right now.
Oh, you shouldn't have bothered, Mr. Temple.
I don't think it'll mark.
No, I'm sure it won't. Ah, thanks. Mr. Temple, I'll tell you what I dropped in about. Although I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't recognize the man again, the man that attacked me, I mean, there was something that I think perhaps you ought to know about.
Well?
When we were struggling, I got hold of his wrist. I think it must have been his left one, the one with the wristwatch on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think he was wearing a bracelet.
A bracelet?
Yes, you know the sort of thing I mean, with an identity disc attached to it.
Oh,
What's the matter, dear?
nothing. I was just thinking, that's all.
Oh, do you know anyone that wears a bracelet like that, Mrs. Temple?
Well,
Well, do you, Steve?
yes, and so do you, Don. Mr. Droste wears an identity bracelet. He was wearing it in Paris when we saw him at the restaurant.
Mr. Droste?
But Droste is in Paris, darling. He left last night.
How did you know? Did you see him leave?
No, but
Just a
he
moment.
Is this Mr. Droste the millionaire? The one who owns the Commodore Club and the Wordsworth Hotel at Marlow?
Yes.
Do you know him?
No, I've seen him about, of course. He's rather a thick-set, swarthy individual.
Yes, that's right.
You know, that might have been Droste last night. I never thought
But you
of
said
that.
the man was about my
Yes,
bill.
I know I did, but what time did the plane leave?
Well, I believe he caught the last
But
plane.
there you are, then.
What do you mean, there you are, then?
You mean that even if he did leave for Paris last night, he could still have attacked both you and Mrs. Desmond?
Precisely, Mrs. Temple.
Huh. Shelley, I think perhaps you'd better have a word with Inspector Eden about this. I have an appointment with Sir Graham at 10 o'clock, so you'd better come with me.
Oh, well, it's nearly 10:15 now.
Yes, I know. Have you got a car here?
No, I'm afraid I haven't.
Oh, well, we can pick up a cab at the end of the road. Steve, I don't know what time I should be back, but don't forget what I told you.
I shan't.
Well, bye-bye, Mrs. Temple. I'm so sorry if I made a nuisance of myself.
No, really, you haven't.
Well, I hope I shall see you again soon sometime.
I hope so, and the next time you drop in, you'd better bring an oilskin.
Oh!
I just had a message from the hospital, Temple. Mrs. Desmond's dead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Does Palmer know?
Yes, I told Eden to break the news to him. So Miss Millicent kidnapped the child.
Yes, but I don't think she anticipated the tremendous fuss which was going to be made over the disappearance of the baby in the Sitter Inn. Anyway, Miss Millicent got frightened and told Queenie she intended to return the child. Then Queenie had a brainwave. She told Miss Millicent, before returning the child, they'd get their own back by throwing suspicion onto Terry Palmer.
But how could Queenie Edwards throw suspicion onto Palmer?
Well, she was friendly with Bert Walters.
You mean the cloakroom attendant at the Commodore?
Yes, she discovered that Palmer was a member of the Commodore and persuaded Walters to take the attaché case containing the doll. She got a cloakroom ticket from Walters, which she intended to send to the police. In turn, Walters promised that when the case was claimed, he'd throw suspicion on Palmer.
Well, look here, this is news to me about Bert Walters. We've had him in here at the yard. We've questioned him half a dozen times.
When did you see him, Temple?
Yesterday morning. It's surprising what a nice cigar and a cup of tea will do, Sir Graham.
Yes. Well, go ahead, Temple.
Well, Queenie was playing her cards very nicely, and then suddenly Vandyke played an ace.
How do you mean?
He found Miss Millicent and the baby.
That's why Queenie Edwards went down to Marlow. Vandyke sent for her.
Yes, he made Queenie a proposition. He said she either had to work for him or he'd inform the police that she'd been responsible for the disappearance of the baby. Well, Queenie was frightened. She told Vandyke she'd consider the proposition. But later that night she reached a decision, and you know what happened.
She arranged to meet you at Paddington and sent you the cloakroom ticket, eh?
Yes, but Vandyke, or someone else, must have overheard our conversation because, well, I don't have to remind you what happened to Queenie.
McCaw could have overheard that conversation. The phone call was made from the Wordsworth.
Yes.
Temple, I don't dispute what you've told us. As a matter of fact, it seems to make sense, but...
But what?
Well, it means we can cross Terry Palmer off of this, doesn't it? Obviously, Palmer isn't Vandyke.
I don't agree, Inspector. Palmer may well be Vandyke. Don't forget, it was Vandyke that discovered Miss Millicent and the baby. It seems to me that Palmer was in a better position than anyone else for tracking down Miss Millicent.
That's very true, Sir Graham.
Yes, I suppose it is, sir.
Have you picked up Palmer?
Yes, he's in a pretty bad way, I'm afraid. This Desmond affair last night has certainly shaken him.
We'll have Palmer in here, Temple. You can have a word with him. Bring Mr. Palmer in here, Sergeant, will you?
Very good, sir. And what do you make of Roger Shelly, Temple? You know, it seems to me he's not quite so naive as he makes himself out to be.
Did he tell you what happened to him last night?
He certainly did.
Temple, do you believe that story of his?
Yes, I do, Sir Graham.
Mr. Palmer, sir.
Oh, yes. Good morning, Mr. Palmer.
Good morning.
That's all right, Sergeant, thank you. Will you sit down over there, Mr. Palmer?
If you don't mind, I prefer to stand.
Very well. Palmer, we understand that Mrs. Desmond was a friend of yours.
Mary Desmond was a very dear friend of mine. You know that as well as I do. Now, what's all this about?
Mrs. Desmond was murdered last night. It's our job to find out who exactly murdered her.
What do you mean, who exactly murdered her?
I mean that quite a lot of people have contributed towards the death of Mary Desmond. But at the present moment, we're concerned with the identity of the actual murderer.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't help you.
I think you can help us.
Now, look here. Let's get this straight. All I know about last night is what I've read in the newspapers. I've already accounted for my movements aside from Reeton or Reefer or whatever his name is, and there's nothing more I can tell you.
In other words, you refuse to help us?
It isn't a question of refusing. If you really want to find out who murdered Mrs. Desmond, take your behind off that chair and stop asking a lot of fatuous questions.
There's no need to be rude, Mr. Palmer.
No, I'm sorry. I'm awfully sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
Palmer?
Yes?
What happened after I left you last night?
What do you mean, what happened?
What did you do?
I finished typing the article I was writing, had a drink, and then went to bed.
I thought you'd finished the article when I arrived.
I didn't like part of it, so I retyped it.
Did you receive any telephone calls?
No.
Mrs. Desmond didn't call you?
If I didn't receive any telephone calls, Mrs. Desmond couldn't have called me, could she?
Palmer, hope you don't mind. I had to ask you a personal question.
I'm getting very used to personal questions. Go on.
How long have you worn an identity bracelet?
I brought you some tea, Mrs. Temple.
Oh, thank you, Charlie.
Where shall I put the tray?
On the small table, please.
Mrs. Temple,
Yes?
Bill's got the afternoon off. Do you think I could pop out for an hour or so? I'll be back before dinner. Everything's ready.
Yes, all right. Don't be any later than 6.
Okay.
Oh, that's all right, Charlie. You get off. I'll answer it.
Okie doke.
Good afternoon. Could I see Mr. Temple, please?
I'm sorry, he isn't in at the moment.
Oh, have you any idea when he'll be back?
Well...
Is it Mrs. Temple?
Yes.
Oh, I'm Marion Faber, Mrs. Temple.
Oh, good afternoon, Miss Faber. I'm sorry, my husband won't be back until about 5 o'clock.
Oh, dear, what a nuisance. And I've come all the way from Chelsea. I suppose I ought to have telephoned, really. It was stupid of me.
Well, it's almost 4:30 now. If you'd care to come in and wait.
May I? That's very kind of you.
Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Would you like some tea?
Oh, really, I feel I'm putting you to a lot of trouble.
Not at all, it's here. I'm just going to have some myself.
Well, thank you. I'd love a cup. What a charming room.
It is rather nice, isn't it?
Oh, I say, what a delightful picture. It's French, isn't it?
Yes, it's by Francois Raoul. He's not very well known here, I'm afraid.
But it's charming. Did you buy it over here?
Yes, from a little shop in Jermyn Street. Do you take milk?
Please.
Help yourself to sugar, will you?
Thank you.
What is it you wanted to see my husband about?
Well, I don't know whether he told you what happened the other night when he came to the bungalow.
Yes, as a matter of fact, he did.
Well, I'm afraid I was rather rude to him and rather stupid into the bargain.
Stupid? About what?
Well, just as Mr. Temple was leaving, he noticed a photograph of...
Oh, will you excuse me? Oh. Hello?
Can I speak to Dr. Wilbur, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm afraid you've got the wrong number.
Oh, isn't that Dr. Wilbur's house?
No, it isn't.
Aren't you Gerard 5327?
No, I'm afraid not.
Oh, dear. I'm so sorry. Oh, so sorry to have troubled you.
That's all right. Wrong number. What were you saying, Miss Faber?
I was saying, just as your husband was leaving, he noticed a photograph of Terry Palmer.
Oh, yes. I understand he's a friend of yours.
Yes, but we don't see a great deal of each other.
Oh?
Well, it occurred to me, after Mr. Temple had left, that I might have given the impression that I was trying to throw suspicion onto Terry.
Suspicion?
Yes. You see, your husband questioned me about a letter. A stupid letter I sent to Roger Shelley.
Mm.
It was written exactly as Miss Millicent would write it. And Mr. Temple was anxious to know how I was able to copy Miss Millicent's handwriting.
Oh, yes, I remember. You told Paul that someone gave you a sample of Miss Millicent's writing. You refused to tell him who it was.
Yes.
And now you're worried in case he's jumped to the conclusion that it was Terry Palmer.
Well, I don't want him to think that I was trying to throw suspicion onto Terry.
You know, Miss Faber, if you take my advice... Oh, dear, this wretched phone. Do excuse me. Hello.
Hello, Steve.
Oh, hello, Paul.
Look, I doubt if I'll be home much before 6 o'clock.
Paul, Miss Faber's here. She's
Miss
waiting to see
Faber?
you. Yes.
Oh, how long has she been there?
Oh, about 5 minutes.
What does she want, Steve? Do you know?
No.
All right, I'll be home in 20 minutes.
Just a second, darling. I think you'd better have a word with us.
All right.
It's my husband. Would you like to speak to him?
Oh, thank you. Mr. Temple?
Hello, Miss Faber.
I'm afraid I'm making an awful nuisance of myself.
Well, that's all right. What can I do for you?
Well, I did rather want to talk to you, but if it's at all difficult...
No, that's all right. I'd like to see you. I'd like to see you very much, Miss Faber. I'll be with you in about 20 minutes.
Yes, all right.
See you later, then.
Goodbye. Thank you, Mrs. Temple.
Now, where was I?
You were just about to give me a piece of advice.
Oh, yes. I was going to say, if you take my advice, Miss Faber, you'll be quite candid with my husband and tell him all you know about this business.
I intend to be quite candid with him. That's why I'm here, Mrs. Temple.
Oh.
Is anything wrong?
This tea tastes awfully bitter. Is yours all right?
Yes. Think so?
Oh, that's funny.
Mine's perfectly all right.
Oh, well, perhaps it's my imagination.
Mrs. Temple, do you mind if I ask you a very frank question?
No.
What does your husband think of me?
As an artist?
No, I don't mean as an artist. I mean, well, does he think I'm mixed up in this Vandyke affair?
Are you?
No, I told him. I'd never heard of Vandyke until he mentioned the name.
I think Paul believes it was Vandyke who gave you the Miss Millicent letter, and that it was Vandyke who told you to write to Shelley.
Believe me, after what happened last night, if I knew the identity of Vandyke, I should go straight to Scotland Yard.
Last night?
Yes, murder. Mary Desmond.
Oh, so you think Mrs. Desmond was murdered by Vandyke?
Well, don't you? It seems perfectly obvious to me that the same person that murdered,
What is it?
That... I don't know. I suddenly felt dizzy.
Oh, would you like some brandy?
No, I shall be all right. I shouldn't feel like this. Oh, dear.
I shouldn't try and stand, Miss Faber.
This is silly. I've got to stand. I've got to... Oh. I can't move. What's the matter with me?
Don't you know, Miss Faber?
What do you mean?
You didn't come here to talk to Paul about what happened last night at the bungalow. You came because Vandyke sent you. You came here because Vandyke told you to kidnap me.
What have you done?
I haven't done anything. You've done it yourself. I knew that wrong number was a trick. You put something into my tea while I was answering the phone, didn't you?
Yes, but you drank it. You said the tea was bitter.
I wanted you to think that the tea was bitter. I wanted you to think that everything was going according to plan. Your plan, Miss Faber.
What do you mean?
Why do you think I asked you to speak to my husband?
I don't know.
Don't you? Well, you're not being very bright. While you were on the phone, I changed your cup for mine.
No, I don't believe it. You couldn't. You couldn't have done.
But I did, Miss Faber. I did.
You've been listening to King Peacock as Paul Temple and Marjorie Westbury as Steve in the 7th episode of Paul Temple and the Vandyke Affair, with Lester Mudditt as Sir Graham Forbes, Tommy Duggan as Bill McCall, Donald Gray as Inspector Eden, Joan...
We present the 8th and last episode of the Francis Durbridge serial, Paul Temple and the Vandyke Affair. Presenting Mr. Vandyke.
Oh. What time is it?
It's just gone 6.
Good gracious, have I been unconscious for over an hour?
Yes.
What are you going to do with me?
You know what I ought to do, hand you over to the police. But just for the moment, Miss Faber, I'm rather at a disadvantage so far as you're concerned.
What do you mean?
How long have you been working for Vandyke? Well, answer.
About 6 months.
How did it all start? Do you take drugs?
No. He had some letters of mine. He started to blackmail me. At first it was just for money, but later he made me work for him.
Ah, now tell me, what were you going to do if my wife had fallen for this little trick of yours?
Vandyke told me to telephone him. We should have taken her away. I think he intended to hold Mrs. Temple as a sort of hostage.
Yes, no doubt.
Miss Faber, I don't think you realize it, but you're a very lucky woman.
Why do you say that?
Because I'm going to let you walk out of here. I'm going to say nothing to the police.
Why?
I told you, I'm rather at a disadvantage.
What do you mean?
Well, I want you to do something for me.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to write a letter, Miss Faber. There's been nothing in the paper this morning.
Well, in that case, do you think you could possibly tear yourself away from it for a moment or two?
Just a second, darling. Yes, what is it, Charlie?
Mr. Droste is here, sir.
Oh, yes. Tell him I won't be a minute, Charlie.
Okay.
Did you expect Droste?
Yes, I phoned him. I want to have a talk with him.
Oh.
Here's the paper, Steve. I won't be long.
All right, dear.
Hello, Droste. Sorry if my phone call got you out of bed.
Oh, that's all right. I'd been up for some little time.
When did you get back from Paris?
I didn't go to Paris after all.
Oh? What made you change your mind?
Well, I was terribly upset about Vanessa, and my doctor advised me not to make the journey.
I see.
I've got some very good friends in Paris, so everything has been taken care of.
Where have you been staying? Down in Marlow?
No, at the flat.
Then you were in London the night before last. The night Mrs. Desmond was murdered.
Yes, I was. That must have been a shocking business. I heard all about it from McCall.
Is McCall staying with you?
Yes, he is. I've put him in charge of the Commodore, for the time being, at any rate.
Droste, tell me, how well do you know Roger Shelly?
Shelly? Oh, is that the willowy young man? The one with the cottage near Marlow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know him, at least not to speak to. Why do you ask?
Well, apparently the night Mrs. Desmond was murdered, someone also attacked Roger Shelly.
Really?
It appears the assailant was about your build and wore an identity bracelet. I see you wear one, Droste.
Yes, it belonged to my mother. It's not an identity bracelet. I've always worn it.
I see.
My dear chap, why should I attack Roger Shelly? I've told you I don't know the fellow. Besides, I can assure you, I'm not the sort of person who goes around attacking people, whether I know them or not.
Yes, well, I'm prepared to accept your word, Droste, but of course I'm not Scotland Yard.
What do you mean? Are you suggesting that Scotland Yard think I attacked Shelly?
I merely said I'm not Scotland Yard.
Now, look here, Temple, let's get this straight. You know as well as I do that if anyone did attack Shelly, then 10 to 1 it's the same person that murdered Mrs. Desmond.
If anyone did attack Shelly, you doubt his word, then?
Frankly, yes.
You hardly know the fellow, and yet you doubt his word. Isn't that rather a contradiction?
What is it you wanted to see me about?
Ah, yes. I'm going to ask you to do something for me.
Well?
I've got a bit of paper here. There's some names and addresses on it, and I want you to make a careful note of them. Here it is.
Mm-hmm. Marion Faber, Roger Shelly, Bill McCall, Sir Graham Forbes. What's the point of this?
Well, I want you to give a party.
A party?
Yes.
When?
Tomorrow night at your flat, 8 o'clock.
But I can't possibly give... Look, do I understand you correctly? You want me to invite these people to my flat tomorrow night to a party?
That's right.
But, Temple, it's only 48 hours since my wife died.
Yes, I know, Droste, and believe me, I wouldn't ask you to do this if it wasn't absolutely vital.
Well, all right. Tomorrow night at my flat, 8 o'clock.
Thank you.
But for the life of me, I don't see the point, old man.
You're not supposed to. You're just supposed to give the party.
I see.
Hello?
Terry Palmer.
Yes?
Temple here.
Oh. What do you want?
Just to have a word with you.
You seem to spend your entire life having words with me. We spent an hour together this morning at Scotland Yard. Surely that was enough to go on with.
Yes, I am afraid I am making a nuisance of
Well,
myself.
what is it this time?
I'd like to see you tomorrow night, if possible.
Tomorrow night?
Yes, 8 o'clock at your flat, if that's convenient.
Yes, that's all right. I'll be here.
Good. Looking forward to seeing you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, it's 7:30. We're supposed to pick Sir Graham up and then be at Mr. Droste's by 8.
Yes, all right, darling, all right. I know the time. Oh, what on earth keeping Charlie? He left here well over an hour ago.
Oh, there you are, Charlie.
Sorry I'm late. I had a bit of a job finding a taxi.
Well, what happened? Did you deliver it?
Yes.
Just as I said?
Just as you said. I pushed it under the door.
All right, Charlie.
Paul, phone ringing.
Yes, it's all right. I'll answer it, dear. Hello?
Temple?
Yes?
Terry Palmer here.
Oh, I was just leaving for your place, Palmer.
Look, Temple, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'd have to put you off.
Oh, dear, what a nuisance.
I'm sorry, but I've been out all day, and when I got back, there was a message for me saying that... Well, look here. Can't we make it some other time? Tomorrow morning, perhaps?
Yes, all right, tomorrow morning.
12 o'clock?
Fine.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, are you ready now, Mr. Temple?
Yes, Steve, I'm ready. I'm ready, darling.
Won't you have one of these biscuits, Miss Faber?
No, thank you.
Well, have an olive.
No, thank you.
Well, have a nut.
No, thank you.
Well, you must have something.
Do you mind if I have a biscuit?
No, of course not. Help yourself, Shelly.
Oh, thank you. They're really quite delicious. You don't know what you're missing, Marion.
Would you like another drink, Sir Graham?
No, thank you.
May I have another, Droste?
Of course. Bill?
Yeah?
Another martini for Mr. Temple.
Coming right up.
Now, what can I get for you, Mrs. Temple?
Oh, I'm all right, thank you. I was just admiring your window, Mr. Droste. I don't think I've ever seen such an attractive window.
Yes, most people seem to like it. Oh, will you excuse me, please? That's the door.
Yes, of course.
Oh, good evening, Droste. I understand you finally... What is this? What's happening?
Why, hello, Palmer.
Temple.
By Timothy, it's a small world. Come in, old boy. Darling, it's Terry Palmer.
Hello, Mr. Palmer.
Sir Graham.
Hello, Palmer.
Hello, Terry.
Marion, what are you doing here?
Well, if it comes to that, what are you doing here?
I was asked to come. I got a note saying...
We were all asked to come. Otherwise, we shouldn't be here.
Look here, Temple. Don't you think you owe us an explanation?
Me? But this is Mr. Droste's party.
Let's get this thing straightened out. You're responsible for us all being here this evening. You're the guy behind this so-called party, not Mr. Droste. Now, what's it all about?
I'll tell you, McCall. Now, sit down, everyone. Please sit down. Now, the other night, I had a very interesting talk with Mary Desmond. She told me the truth about Miss Millicent, about the disappearance of the baby, and about Queenie Edwards.
Go on.
Mrs. Desmond worked for a man called Vandyke, who was the English head of a drug smuggling ring, which was controlled by Charles Marlow. He had a shop in Paris, and Vandyke used to send people over there to contact him and smuggle the drugs back to London.
Well,
to establish their identity with Mary, people used to carry a special pair of gloves. Inside each glove was a small tab bearing Mary's name. Immediately he saw this tab, he knew he was dealing with an agent from London, one of Vandyke's people.
I see.
Well, Mr. Temple, tell me, how did that character, the wolf, fit into the picture? Did he work for Vandyke?
The Wolf? You mean the guy that was murdered down at the Wordsworth?
Yes.
No, de Wolf was one of Mary's men. He came over here to see Vandyke. He'd never actually met him before. The receipt, which we found on him, took the place of the pair of gloves.
Oh, so that's why those gloves of Mrs. Desmond's didn't fit.
Yes, dear, they'd been sent her by Vandyke. The size was unimportant.
Yes, but look here. This fellow de Wolf was murdered. Why?
I think it's very obvious why he was murdered. He came over not only to contact Vandyke, but to find out exactly what he was up to. Mary was beginning to suspect that Vandyke was getting a little tired of playing second fiddle. In fact, he was getting too big for his shoes.
But look here, Temple. My wife had a pair of those gloves. You remarked on it yourself, so...
So what, Droste?
Well, are you suggesting that Vanessa was an agent of Vandyke's?
You know perfectly well that she was. Otherwise, why did you go to Paris?
I told you why. My wife was having an affair with Marie, and I followed her, and...
She was having nothing of the sort.
What do you mean?
Your wife was a drug addict, and it's my guess that she was being blackmailed by Vandyke. Isn't that right?
Yes, it's quite right. I was a fool. I ought to have told you this before. Vanessa did take drugs. There was nothing I could do about it. I tried to stop her, but it was no use. Then one day she told me that Vandyke was blackmailing her. Although I'd never actually met him, he sent a message to me asking me to find Nance.
Shut up, Droste.
Teddy!
If you say one word more, Droste.
Paul, he's got a gun. Look out.
Stand back, do you hear?
Drop that gun, Palmer. Drop it.
Don't be a fool.
I warn you, Droste, if you open your mouth just once more...
If you think you can intimidate me, my friend, you're wrong.
Look out, Droste.
Get hold of that McCall.
Teddy, don't shoot. Don't fire.
Get out of my way, Marion.
Teddy, please.
Marion! Marion, I didn't mean it.
Oh, Teddy,
Get hold of her, Steve.
Yes,
Look out! Palmer's going for the window! Stop him, Shelly!
Don't be stupid, Palmer. You can't...
Get out of my way! Look out!
Oh! McCall, get hold of him! Palmer!
Here's an empty carriage, sir.
No, I'll go further down, if you don't mind.
There isn't much time, sir. How about this one, sir?
No, I'd rather... Yes, this is all right. Put the bag in the non-smoker.
Very good, sir.
All right, I see you now. Here you are.
Well, thank you, sir.
Excuse me, is this... Why, hello, McCall.
Why, hello there, Temple. What are you doing here? You're only just in time.
I'm going down to Maidenhead for 2 or 3 days. Sir Graham's taking a house down there. Where are you off to?
Oh, I'm going down to Marlow for the day, to the Wordsworth. Still got to keep my eye on things, you know.
Yes, I expect you have.
I've been reading about last night, Temple.
Yes, the papers have certainly gone to town on it, haven't they? By the way, McCall, is Droste on the train?
Droste? Why, no. Why do you ask?
I thought I saw him, that's all. Oh, well, we're on our way. May I come in?
Oh, hello, Mr. Temple. I didn't know you were on the train.
I thought I spotted you, Shelly, on the platform. Is this seat taken?
No, sit here. Is Mrs. Temple with you?
No, I'm travelling alone. Incidentally, McCall's on the train. Did you know?
McCall?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Of course, I've just been having a chat with him.
Is he alone?
Well, he says he is.
What do you mean?
I could have sworn I caught a glimpse of Droste.
Oh, well, if Droste was on the train, he'd be with McCall, surely. I've just been reading about last night.
Yes, it's in all the papers.
What an extraordinary person Palmer must have been.
You know, I'm glad I've bumped into you, Shelley, because I'd like to tell you a little more about that man, the Wolf.
Oh, yes, the Wolf.
Yes. He went down to Marlow to contact Vandyke. He struck up an apparently casual acquaintanceship with him in the bar at the Wordsworth. And Vandyke invited him out to dinner.
Oh, but I invited the Wolf to dinner. Don't you remember?
Yes.
I was going...
Yes, I know, but let me finish my story. Vandyke warned the Wolf there was a Scotland Yard man staying at the hotel called Sergeant Digby. The day that the Wolf was due to go out to Vandyke's, he discovered Digby had left the hotel. So the Wolf phoned Vandyke and told him this. He also told him that a Mr. and Mrs. Paul Temple had arrived.
Go on.
When Vandyke got the phone call from the Wolf, he had a friend with him, another member of the ring, a lady called Marion Faber. Miss Faber was a great artist and quite a gal for practical jokes.
What do you mean?
She suggested that the Wolf should impersonate Digby and introduce himself to Mr. and Mrs. Temple.
Go on.
Do you know what the Wolf did when he impersonated Digby?
No.
He threw suspicion onto you.
Oh, onto me?
Yes. You see, he'd already decided you were a double-crosser, and he meant to advise Mary to get rid of you.
Oh, my dear fellow, you're talking absolute nonsense. You know perfectly well that Terry Palmer was Vandyke, so why...
Palmer was not Vandyke. He was Vandyke's right-hand man.
Well, what do you mean? Are you seriously suggesting that I'm Vandyke?
Aren't you, Shelly? Come on. You've been very convincing, but suppose we drop the precious act.
Thank the Lord for that. You appear to be very well informed.
I'm glad you think so. However, there are one or two points on which no doubt you can enlighten me.
For instance?
Why did you start throwing suspicion onto Palmer when he was your right-hand man?
I had no alternative. You see, Queenie Edwards had already thrown suspicion onto Palmer by planting the doll at the Commodore. And, of course, I had to give Mary an explanation of the DeWolf murder. So I told him that Terry was responsible. From that moment, I was instructed by Mary to throw suspicion onto Palmer.
But you threw suspicion onto him after Mary was murdered.
Well, of course. The police, to say nothing of a certain Mr. Temple, already had their eye on Palmer. It was to my advantage that they should continue to suspect him.
I see. And the cafe incident in Paris?
Ah, well, that was unfortunate. Most unfortunate. If that little incident had gone according to plan, you wouldn't be here. However, it didn't, so there you are.
What did you mean to do at the cafe? Get rid of Mrs. Droste and Mary, to say nothing of my wife and me?
Of course. That was the idea. I got Mrs. Droste to arrange to see Mary at the cafe. Unfortunately, Mary got wise to what was happening. Didn't turn up. However, he was taken care of.
By France?
Yes, Louis France was an excellent fellow. Oh, I'm so sorry you didn't get a chance of meeting him. Oh, what a pity he couldn't swim.
By Timothy, Steve said you were crazy.
Crazy? My dear fellow, do you know how much money I've made out of this little setup of mine in the last 18 months? £37,000. Free of tax.
Shelley?
Yes?
Tell me, just to satisfy my curiosity, did you murder Queenie Edwards yourself?
Yes. France overheard the telephone conversation she had with you. Actually, he was watching her for me. And I followed her onto the train. Why do you ask?
Because my wife saw Queenie when they took her off the train at Paddington.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, you mustn't be too sensitive about these things, you know. Oh, by the way, you might be interested to see the knife.
Oh, I'm glad you're suitably impressed. Now, listen, I'll tell you precisely what I want you to do. When we arrive at Marlow, I want you to...
Drop that knife. Drop it.
Okay, Temple, relax.
Glad to see you, McCall. Pick up that knife, Bill.
Don't worry, pal. I'm picking it up.
Now, listen, Droste. Don't be a fool. I'll make you a proposition. I'll tell you what I'll do.
You've already made me one proposition, my friend. One too many. Now, stay where you are and don't move.
All right, Droste. Give me that revolver. I'll take over.
Just a moment, old man. Isn't Sir Graham on this train?
Yes, he is.
Well, don't you think you better fetch him? After all, technically, this is a matter for the police. We'll look after Mr. Shelley.
Yes, all right. I'll find Sir Graham.
That's all right, old man. There's no hurry.
Temple, don't leave me. Don't leave me. Don't leave me alone with Droste. Droste, what are you going to do? I swear I didn't mean to kill Vanessa. I swear I didn't. It was an accident.
Get up. Get off that seat.
Droste, what are you going to do? Tell me, what are you going to do to me?
Open that door.
Which door?
The carriage door, stupid. Open it.
But the train's moving. You can't. No.
All right, Bill. Open it.
It's a pleasure.
Droste, what are you going to do?
Give me that knife, Bill.
No, Droste, no. Listen to me.
Now, Mr.
Droste, don't, please. Oh, Droste, I'm slipping. Hold me. Hold me.
What a delightful afternoon.
It's so peaceful, isn't it?
I could sit in this punt for hours.
Yes, well, you're not going to sit in this punt for hours. About time one of you characters took a turn with this pole.
You're doing very nicely, Steve. Very, very nicely.
I couldn't do better if I tried, my dear.
Don't appear to be trying very hard.
What are you going to do, Temple, now this Vandyke affair's over?
Oh, take things easy, I suppose. As Sam Dodsworth would say.
Listen, one crack about Sam Dodsworth and putting your feet on the mantelpiece, and you've had it, Mr. Temple.
What do you mean?
I mean, Old Man River for you.
Oh, darling, you wouldn't dare.
Wouldn't I?
Oh, are we stopping, Steve?
Yes, we are.
Oh.
Yeah, what a pity.
Oh, only for a moment, gentlemen, while I flex my muscles and take a hard-earned rest.
Temple, you know, there's something about that Vandyke affair I don't quite understand.
There's an awful lot I don't understand.
Oh, Lord, I thought we were going to skip the good old post-mortem.
No, but seriously, Temple, I don't understand why Shelley persuaded Marion Faber to send that note.
Which note?
The one he sent to himself. The one that was supposed to have been written by Miss Millicent.
Well, Shelley was very sure of himself and made up his mind to get rid of Mary and take control of the Paris organization. The note served a dual purpose. Shelley believed that if he produced a threatening note apparently written by Miss Millicent, we'd jump to the conclusion that Miss Millicent was in hiding and was actually Vandyke.
And he knew that once we discovered the identity of DeWolf, we would very quickly catch up with Mary.
Yes.
But, Paul, when you saw Marion Faber, she admitted that the note was a practical joke.
Yes, but don't forget it was Shelley who told us that Marion was an expert forger. When I visited her, she said precisely what Shelley had told her to say. She made him sound like a silly young man who deserved to have a practical joke played on him.
Yes.
And she threw further suspicion on Palmer with the photograph, eh?
Yes. You see, Steve, once the police discovered Miss Millicent was dead and couldn't have written the note, Shelley was in a spot. He had to think up some explanation.
Well, if Shelley didn't receive a threatening note, a genuine one, I mean, why was he attacked? And who attacked him?
Oh, obviously, Droste attacked him. Droste knew perfectly well that Vandyke, alias Shelley, had been responsible for the death of his wife.
I think it was you, Steve, who first persuaded Shelley he'd been attacked by Droste.
Oh, you mean when I mentioned the identity bracelet?
Yes. Shelley threw suspicion onto Palmer, of course, but he knew it wasn't Palmer. He didn't know who it was.
I had a talk with Droste, Temple. It appears that Vandyke was not only blackmailing his wife, but was trying to blackmail Droste as well.
Yes, I guessed as much. I think he had some scheme he wanted Droste to finance. He did everything he could to get a hold over Droste. He even tried to influence McCall. When he realized McCall wasn't having any, but intended to play the game by his chief, he got France to plant the cigarette lighter.
In the hope of getting McCall convicted for the Mary murder.
Exactly.
Oh, darling, tell me, why did you spill the coffee on Shelley?
Well, although I suspected Shelley was Vandyke, I was still suspicious of Palmer. I spilled the coffee on Shelley because I wanted to have a look in his wallet. Well, I found part of a letter, unimportant letter, written by Shelley himself. This is exactly what I wanted. Later, I gave it to Marion Faber and told her to copy his handwriting.
You told Miss Faber to copy?
Yes, I told her to write a letter to Palmer in an exact copy of Shelley's handwriting. The letter simply said, Droste has agreed to cooperate. Meet me at his flat tonight at 8, Vandyke.
But I don't see the point of that.
Well, I made an appointment to see Palmer the next evening at 8 o'clock. But that afternoon, I made certain this letter was delivered to Palmer. He immediately cancelled our appointment, thus confirming that he thought he'd received a genuine note from Shelley, alias Vandyke.
And you knew that if he turned up at Droste's, Shelley was Vandyke, eh?
Precisely.
Well, I think it was very clever of you, darling. Very, very clever.
Thank you, Steve.
Well, that's the finish of the Vandyke affair, Temple.
Yes.
Frankly, I can't say I'm sorry.
No, he wasn't exactly a pleasant customer, was he, Steve?
No.
What are you going to do now, Temple? Write another book?
Oh, I'd like to, Sir Graham, but curious enough, I feel pretty tired. Do you know, I think I shall take a rest. I think I shall sit back with my feet on the mantelpiece, and as Sam Dodsworth would say... No, Steve! Steve! No!
Yeah.
Oh!
Timothy, I warned you, Mr. Temple. I warned you.
You have been listening to the 8th and last episode of Paul Temple and the Vandyke Affair. The part of Paul Temple...
You've been very convincing, Shelley. But suppose we drop the precious act.
...was played by Kim Peacock. Steve...
While you were on the phone, I changed your cup for mine, Miss Faber.
By Marjorie Westbury. Sir Graham Forbes
Frankly, Temple, we're worried about the Desmond case.
By Lester Mudditt. Mary Desmond.
Don't let him touch me. Don't let Vandyke touch me.
By Joan Hart. Terry Palmer.
But surely you ought to know that suspect number 1 never turns out to be the villain.
By Peter Cook. Philip Droste.
It was very sporting of you to take me into your confidence, old man.
By Roger Delgado. Louis France.
Take your hands off the wheel, Mrs. Temple. Take your hands off the wheel.
By Olaf Olsen. Marion Faber.
Are you suggesting that I've played a practical joke?
By Susan Burett. Bill McCall.
Say, things certainly happen to you two, don't they?
By Tommy Duggan. Vanessa Droste.
If you see my husband again, please don't mention that you saw me.
By Griselda Harvey. Charlie.
Okie doke, Mrs. T.
By Michael Harding. Roger Shelley, alias Mr. Vandyke.
I run a Mother's Help Bureau. It's quite different from a registry office.
By Richard Herndl. The Paul Temple serials are written by Francis Durbridge and are produced by Martin C. Webster.